live back on Is It That Bad? So this episode, Annie, this was your choice, my dear.
This was one of the choices that I gave you guys that I came up with. I'm so excited that you guys chose Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You had a really nice, I'm proud of myself. I'm going to toot my own horn. I picked a really strong list of contenders to choose from. Yeah, Spaceballs, Princess Bride, Monty Python, and Austin Powers.
Yep.
I think that they all kind of exist in that same time frame with one another, which whenever you pull it out and you still get a winner, no matter what you choose and what you go with. But this is one I haven't seen in maybe 10 years.
Jeez.
So going back and watching it and having
it.
Yeah. I was introduced to Monty Python at a very young age, and then it kind of just existed for me. And then going back and rewatching it on my own, and really getting to appreciate this pioneer humor was really, really fun.
Yep. So what year did it really take place in? Was it 9?
Did they put it in the credits?
Did they put it in the credits?
In the opening credits.
9 something.
Oh, the opening credits. I loved those subtitles.
Those, you know what? I was going to bring that up as my first, the first kind of thing going chronologically. Those credits are just so much fun. And they are so clever and so, Chris Barrett says that it took place 1066 AD.
Thank you, Chris Barrett.
Thank you, Chris Barrett.
And you know what? Your mother was not a hamster.
I totally forgot about the credits, and I was watching. I'm like, that's weird, because I was streaming this off of some pirated bootleg movie site. And I'm like, but it's like the, where you watch the movie and it has like the Mandarin credits underneath the entire time. And I'm like, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be in Swedish. And then I kept going on, and I got the gag, and I was like, hey, that's really clever.
I tried pausing it to read it, but it's like something about being bit by a moose.
Yes, it was the moose.
All the moose.
And the moose tamer.
And then the moose choreography.
Yes.
We were watching the 40th anniversary edition.
Okay.
I ordered the really cool one that has the little animals in the catapult. Like a couple years ago when this first came out. But I was really excited because, no, I didn't find it.
Oh.
I've got the rabbit for it somewhere, but
the rabbit's too funny.
When Jean, one of my cats, when she first started really running around, she found it and she kept trying to eat it. So I had to hide it. But apparently I hid it a little too well because now I don't know where it lives.
You hid it from Jean and yourself.
Yeah. So I'm going to find it at some point and be very excited about that.
Way to go.
There you go.
So there's a lot of jokes in this. There's a lot of things that I really love. But something I didn't really realize until rewatching it just the other day was a lot of things kind of either pay homage to this or straight up rip off this film.
Yeah.
A lot of things. I was like, oh my God.
There's a lot to take away.
What?
Which I think is it's really fun to see. Especially more in the homage sense. I think that Monty Python kind of normalized the bar scene, the musical bar scenes when they were like, let's go to Camelot, and you have the whole musical sequence at Camelot.
And the round table. That's how they're dancing too. That's not me not dancing. That's actually how they're dancing.
I know. I feel like I was watching Shrek or something,
Yeah.
But
because
I felt myself, I had to keep Googling back and forth with things because I was like, well, which one came first?
Yeah.
A few that came out to me, The Lion King.
Oh.
It was the whole look at everything outside your window, da da da. All of this one day will be yours. What? The curtains. Simba and Mufasa have the same moment, but it's not the curtains.
I mean, and they also start.
It's a very similar moment when they're on Pride Rock and they're looking out over the horizon. Yeah.
And then they try breaking out in song in The Lion King. Try.
They actually break.
No, they try. They try so hard, but you can't.
But
is that the second one though? Is that like the 1.5 that they did? I don't even remember that.
No.
I know what you're talking about, Mark.
Okay, Knights of Old. Before we get into trouble, that's just the name of the show. Is it that bad? We're talking about how much we love Monty Python and the Holy Grail right now. We're not actually ripping the film a new one, but
not this time.
Not this time.
Other ones maybe. This one will get the pass.
But another one that I found myself having to Google was the rabbit in this film, and then Bunnicula.
You were mentioning that, yes. Which one came first?
The rabbit came first. So Monty Python was first. Bunnicula wasn't until a couple years later.
Bunnicula was
1979. 79.
It ran from 79 to 2006 as a novelette collection, like a young adult. Yeah. That's interesting because that bunny is so known for its Monty Python fame, and I think that a lot of the not body humor, maybe, but instead of body horror, but body humor with Monty Python has influenced more not slapstick but more graphic comedy. Especially with the Black Knight, where he's being severed.
It's just a flesh wound,
blood coming out, and he's just like,
I'm invincible.
I know.
Spirit animals. I love him so much.
I love it. I know I've seen that bit rehashed time and time again. I just can't tell you where, because it's such a popular bit and it is so well known that it almost has it's a butterfly effect.
Yeah.
When one does it, you pick it up down the line, or and it's repurposed, and it's not done scene for scene, line for line. But I swear to God, I've probably seen it on like SpongeBob or something, where they've really done it down.
SpongeBob is handing his arms off.
Yes, and he's the square on the ground, and you're like, yeah, I've seen that before. One thing I really do love about this movie is that how you can pick on English humor all you want, because it definitely has seen a deterioration, but this is one that has broken ground for comedy. Monty Python is known for breaking ground in comedy.
Yes.
So, how did they get the coconuts there?
Oh!
A team of swallow.
Swallow.
East African or European?
I don't know.
I do like how that's like one of the most famous bits, and it's right in the beginning.
And did you notice that throughout the rest of the film, they were trying to figure out? It was so
bring it up. They try to follow that, yeah. Or they're on the bridge and they're answering the velocity about the different sparrows.
24 miles per hour. Yes.
Another fantastic thing. The knights who say "ni." Or what's the second thing they say? They say I don't know.
We are the knights that say I don't know how else to
require a sacrifice. A shrubbery, but not too expensive. It has to look nice. And then they wanted another shrubbery, but they wanted it at like a varying height.
Now we're just bouncing all over the movie, but then again, the movie did bounce all over the place.
It had no linear progression.
Fantastic.
Yes. They had no linear layout, and I think that's what worked so well. Is that you can still coherently knew what was going on. there was a stream of consciousness, there was a stream of events happening, but you still knew, like, you know, everything was so out of order and so all over the place.
What drinking game did we start?
So we sat down. We're like, hey, what should be our drinking game with this?
Mhm.
And some of our rules were every time they used coconuts, every time we saw the coconuts going together to make like the galloping horses sound, you had to do your shot.
Okay.
What were the other rules we came up with?
Every time you see the lady beating the cat against the wall.
That happened a lot.
Yep,
every reference to the plague,
Bring
as
out
bad
the
as it was, we had to do.
I'm not dead yet.
Every time the Black Knight was your spirit animal, or you're like, you go, Black Knight, you go.
That every
one
time King Arthur says that he's king of the Britons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I'm being repressed. Oh, you heard that. You heard that.
I just think it's like he's the king of the Britons, you know? Like everyone's like, yeah.
The biography crew that was there. Every time they stopped the film to have the crew there, and you noticed the crew. That was a shot.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
French. Oh gosh, the French.
We fought in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberry. I know Chris Barrett already said that earlier in the chat, but wow.
What are the French doing in England? None of your business.
And I like how they're just talking shit about them behind the wall. Like, oh, I told him we did this. And if you look at his gloves, they're constantly on there like this. He just puts his hands in it like this.
I think another really great thing about that scene is another callback or call forward or flash forward foreshadowing to the rabbit is that when they present the Trojan rabbit to the front, they're in the bushes.
So
I like it. So what's our plan? It's like me, Galahad, and Sir Lancelot are gonna jump out.
Oh, the rabbit.
It's just like, wait, who's gonna jump out? Me, Sir Galahad, and Sir Lancelot are gonna jump out of it, and then he just bombs it. They're like, wow. So let's talk about another scene. So Sir Lancelot, he's a cockblock.
He is.
He's 100%.
Oh, he knows what he's doing too. He knew.
I'm saving you.
Yes, from a number of very available girls between 16 and 19 and a half that are all ready to go, apparently.
They were
all young blondes and brunettes.
Them were so eager. They were like...
Well, then spank me. Spank me.
And then me.
Yes, you're supposed to have us all spankings.
And then Zoot.
Oh, Zoot.
Zoot.
Naughty Zoot. Dude, I love this entire movie. I will tell you, there's so many movies that like they'll have like a lull period or like, oh, it's building up into something. There's no lull this entire film.
No.
It's fantastic. Even the opening credit scene. I know we've talked about some of the jokes there, but it's fantastic throughout.
Mm-hmm.
You really get to enjoy every part of this movie, which is, really rare and very hard to put into filmmaking. There's not, what's going on, and you know that this is broken into 3 acts or whatever. But I think because of just the inventism and the imagination that Monty Python put together with this one, because you got animated bits, you've got like the narration bits, you have the actual story at hand. It is always engaging. And it always keeps the audience at bay. just because it's so cleverly written and so snappy, and you really want to pay attention, you really want to invest in this. And it's just a fun movie to watch. It's just a genuinely very, you want to go back and you watch it. You want to relive it. You want to, it's timeless. I think this lives up to the phrase timeless classic.
Definitely.
I feel like every time you rewatch this film, you take something else away from it. Like, I'd never laughed so hard at The Lady of the Lake before.
Mm-hmm.
The last time watching it's like, oh, just because some watery tart goes and hands you a sword, da, da, da. It's like I'd never giggled so much during that scene before, and I was like, oh my gosh. Every time I watch this, yes, there's certain bits that always get me, like the knights who say "ni," or our boy, the Black Knight, the rabbit, the holy hand grenade, and all the rules that go into the holy hand grenade.
Oh,
gosh. Waiting at the very end.
Yes.
Tim, and I know I read something about that scene, is that when they were filming that specific scene, when they come across with Tim and they have to, figure out what's going on, and he's introducing himself, and he goes, "Some call me Tim." Whoever the actor was, he hesitated because he didn't remember the name of his character. It was a different name, and the actor filibustered there for a minute, and he just said
Tim.
He pulled Tim out of thin air, and they kept it in the final cut. I just think that's so funny. My dad's name is Tim, so I'll do that to him sometimes. If I'm introducing my dad to someone for the first time, or he'll stop by my work or hang out with see my friends when I could have people over, be like, "Hey, this is my dad. This is Mr. Banks," but some call him Tim.
You should throw like a firework in the background.
Yeah. It's a hit or miss joke, but I think it's he introduced me to Monty Python, so he appreciates it more than those who don't get it. But that's fun. There's so much to like about this movie.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would change, or anything that didn't stick out to you as memorably as the rest of the movie?
Well, I know we had another drinking game that every time you saw King Arthur as a different character, you take a shot.
Okay.
Yep. Every time you saw King Arthur or one of the knights as another character interacting with another one of the knights.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh gosh. The whole wedding scene.
Yeah.
Or like attempted wedding scene was pretty fantastic. I know we didn't even discuss it, but the whole Sir Robin minstrel regression throughout the film, talking about Sir Robin, and his banner was a big chicken, and he was like, he'd almost battled so and so, almost faced off with da da da. He's like, ran away from, and it's. I wish we'd had more Sir Robin minstrel moments. I know they ate Sir Robin's minstrels during some bad weather.
I do remember that, yes. The wedding scene kind of reminds me of the wedding scene in Princess Bride.
Yes.
Yes.
That's such another really great movie. It's fantastic. But it just I'm sitting there, I'm like, marriage, I'm waiting for that line to hit me. I'm like, wait a minute, it's two different movies. And I think you get to see that overlap and that influence played off of that. I grew up riding horses. I had a couple of horses through my lifespan. And one thing I'm going to totally nitpick here. It's going to sound awful. But one thing, so when they have the coconuts and they clip the coconuts together on the three, I know how to ride at that gait. And I'm watching this, and the movement, the body movement that you see John Cleese moving in, is a two beat.
Mm-hmm.
Up, watching that the entire time. I'm like, man, this is gonna get on me. This is gonna, because I'm listening. And that's the one flaw I can find in this movie. That is the single thing that I will not even flaw, one misinformed gag.
How dare you click your coconuts too quick?
I know. I told you, Nikki. I told you. But I you know what? There's a lot of positives to be said about this one.
Yes.
She's a witch.
She's a witch. Burn her.
But how do you know she's a witch?
Well, she looks like one.
They dressed me up this way. Okay, but how do you prove she's a witch?
And I went through the whole that she's wood.
Oh no! What did you hear? All the answers of what can float? It's like wood. Oh, what was it? Wood, apples, small pebbles.
Yep. And ducks.
And ducks.
So clearly, if she's heavier, what it is if she's the same weight as a duck?
No, if she's heavier than a duck, she must be a witch.
Then she must be a witch.
Because other witches sink, or they don't float.
Because they're not made of wood.
Oh, they dressed her up. It's like, well, how do you know she's a witch? She's like, she turned me into a newt. A newt. Got better.
I love that. That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
But did you ever notice that she's wearing a what is it, like an oil canister or colander on top of her head?
And
yes.
Yeah. On her nose.
And then the other guy was wearing like an old-fashioned football helmet, or what was probably their normal.
The leather.
Yeah, the leather.
Kind of like skull cap type of thing.
I think that was a football helmet. Probably of that time period. In the 70s. I don't know.
We got Google on it.
All right, I'm going to see when were leather football helmets invented?
Probably a long time ago.
I don't know.
They were invented in 1893. So they canonically, they could have used, they probably did use the leather football helmet if this was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because they were still in practice. This was before they were using the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before all the concussions, noticed that you got a lot of brain loss and all that other fun
You still
stuff.
get that now, just a little,
Not as much so. But yeah.
My Bears lost today, but I knew that was going to happen. I could have told you that.
Oh, what else?
So yeah, I do. That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I think it's how you have, it shows kind of like the class. I like how they portrayed these medieval classes without outwardly portraying these medieval classes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was very smart how they, where they're questioning why is she a witch, or they're working out in the field and you have these noblemen coming up to them and they're like clueless and they want to be oppressed so badly,
He's being repressed. Look, he's repressing me. He's like, look at the establishment.
I think that's such a before its time bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially now where everyone wants to be a victim in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Where there can't be a lot of everything has to be negative. I think that they really played with that concept back then and really took it to light.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite color?
Red. Oh, blue.
Blue. No.
Oh.
Didn't he ask the square root of something? Also?
Was it?
No. I know that airspeed velocity was asked.
And the sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like South African or Eastern European. Well, I don't know that. Ask the question correctly.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
That was, yeah.
This is a fun movie.
It's a very fun movie.
Throughout, start to finish. I love all the jokes throughout the starting credits where they're talking about how they sacked everyone who was in charge of doing the credit sequences. And it's like, we've sacked the people who sacked them originally. It's like, stop everything. Oh, we sacked them too. And then there's like this huge, like, there's no warning, flashing lights, bright colors, loud music. It's like, oh God.
Oh, that was the best intermission ever.
Oh yeah.
All of about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can't go to the bathroom.
Or I love how at the end of the movie, all you hear is the organ playing after they knock the camera out of the person's.
I really like how they did like a mockumentary of their own film within their own film. I think it's just a great way to break that fourth wall, and that's really masterfully done. Because it's not explicit. You're not spoon feeding that to an audience and saying, hey, by the way, we're going to break the fourth wall now, and here's some guy who got like his throat slit because he was filming a documentary.
Or a knight just rode by on a horse.
And just went,
Yeah. You know.
No reason.
Totally unprovoked. He was just there.
He was just standing there and he got killed.
Ha
And then he had the wife on set. Oh.
Yeah.
And they had the police there and
Yeah, that's right.
whole crime scene. I do love when they finally arrest them. The very end, like, oh God.
They just pulled the paddy wagon up and it's just a big bus, pretty much.
So stop everything. You're all getting arrested.
Mom.
Sorry, we almost caught the house on fire.
Oh, well, I mean, you got no reason to be sorry for that if your house was not open flames.
Lighting.
Hmm?
Mark and lighting.
Sorry, it's not my fault that it's literally a daylight light.
It just started to smoke. Like
How
one of
long has
the.
it been on for?
Oh no, it's just it's crazy strong.
It's a studio. It's a studio
Lighting. Gotcha.
You're supposed to have like 15 feet away from you, and it's still bright.
Hey, I've got
I'm actually pretty sure that this would actually work for stage lighting too.
It probably could.
Well, don't stare at it then. Nah, you're not going to kick me out.
I might.
We've got it documented. We have it documented live.
I might. Put you back in the box.
Oh, no.
Mark's going in the garage.
I already dismantled it.
Well, it's going to be a cold winter for you then.
Well, I already started burning it in the fire pit, too.
Oh, Mark's just going to sleep in the garage. No box.
It's a good thing we replaced that roof then.
I still think there are bees in it.
Whatever. Garage.
They're not that big. They're only like,
The
They're
bees?
They're not murder hornets.
They're not murder hornets.
That's what we
bees.
can all be happy about. They're not murder hornets.
This big?
They're like, I don't know, an inch or so, maybe a little bigger.
That's horrifying. That is so scary.
Bees are not what you have to be concerned about. If you have wasps, however, you got to be
Okay, but
concerned.
it's confirmed bees or wasps?
Don't know yet.
These are not aggressive. We've had wasps before.
Okay.
Oh, those are so
outside.
much fun to kill.
Those are really mean.
Those are not fun to deal with.
No.
They
See,
have no mercy. They're very mean.
but then see what you do is you get those cans that can spray up to 20 feet. You get two of them. You get two of them, and you just go and run.
And you just watch. They go.
You gotta take a lighter and you know.
Oh no! That's what you do for ground horn. That's what you do for ground bees.
Ground bees.
Ground bees.
Ground bees.
No.
You've never had ground bees?
No.
They're little and they sting you.
Oh, a lot.
Don't like that.
But here's what you do. You find out where both entrances are. You cover the other one up with a cinder block. Then you go to the other entrance. Then you go to the other entrance and you squirt as much gasoline down there as possible. You light it, and then you hear the ground go boom. And then you send a little telescope camera down there to make sure you got them all.
How many times have you had to deal with these things?
Twice?
No,
Twice?
no, that's twice here.
Oh.
About 5 or 6 times.
More than the one would expect to have to deal with round bees. And they're like,
wait, Chris Barrett says those are wasps.
Chris Barrett. Are you sure?
Are you sure? I just call them ground bees, but still.
Wait, is he talking about the roof ones or the earth ones?
I don't know. They're still outside with nature. They hurt when they bite and sting you.
That is
Don't
true.
like that.
Sounds like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Or no, wait, is it
You
Mike
bet a
Tyson?
guy's ear.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Evander Holyfield. His ear.
Oh, wait, no, that's Muhammad Ali. Sorry.
No.
Were you
Sting-
talking
Sting like a.
Float like a butterfly, sting
Yeah.
like a bee.
Yeah.
like a butterfly, sting like a bee?
Yep.
I thought you said you were biting people.
Well, whatever.
What? Okay, Mark.
Anyway.
We're moving on.
See, this is how chronologically ordered this is for the movie Mighty Python.
That's a great example.
Pretty much.
Chris Barrett, Mike Tyson was the person that bit Holyfield's ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is someone that I would not like to be in a dark alley with. If I had to choose to be in a dark alley with someone, I think it would be the Wayne family because I know I could get away.
That's terrible. Those fake pearls. I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm not wearing my pearls, and
No. But make sure they're fake. That way they're very cinematically spewing all over the place.
so in every
Those paste pearls.
there, so when the elastic snaps for the 100th time,
Yep.
and the pearls go everywhere, you can know that I went to Michael's 5 minutes beforehand.
Oh. You
Well,
think he's a billionaire?
At least,
They've got to
Hey,
save money.
at least Martha left the real stuff at home that night.
See that name.
Said it.
But actually, to be fair, I mean,
Tabitha.
Zuckerberg, look at him.
Did you say Zuckerberg?
Is that his last name?
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. Oh, shit.
Zuckerberg.
How much is in here?
One shot.
Bullshit.
There's one shot of vodka in there.
Okay.
One
You were
shot.
the biggest lightweight.
And how many have I had before this?
I don't know how many you've had before that.
Oh, these blueberries are so good.
Oh my gosh. You're just going to be gulping down blueberries now.
Mhm.
Mark never stops eating.
No, that's
Oh.
true.
Do you want to tell them what I had for lunch today?
He ate a McMurder minus the fries.
What is a McMurder?
So a
it-
McMurder is you take 3 crispy chicken sandwiches, a Big Mac, and a medium fry. Take out all the bread. Replace the 3 chicken sandwiches for the bread instead, and you put the medium fry intermittently in between. Don't forget to get a Diet Coke to watch your figure.
Right. You need to cancel out. You need to cancel out everything that you're taking in with the Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mark's exact words as to why he didn't want the medium fry was he was watching his figure. He's one of those.
So when he has a Mc-heart attack later.
His Mc-arteries are clogged.
I finished that in like less than 5 minutes, and then we went to Gordon Food Service, and I'm like looking down at my stomach, and it's like bulging out, and I was like, I have a food baby. Yeah, and then I came home and I took some B50 complex to speed up my metabolism, so I wouldn't feel it as much.
Mm-hmm.
TMI, Mark.
Yep.
TMI, babe.
I can see why you were so charmed and in love with him.
I had part of a 20-piece McNugget, and I ended up giving the rest of it to my dog. It's my hero.
I want to know why they brought back the McRib and not snack wraps.
No.
I think that should be a federal crime.
Where are the Mighty Wings?
Oh, they're never coming back with those.
The last time they had Mighty Wings in, he ended up going to the hospital, and we spent the entire day in the hospital. It was a really like upsetting, like stressful day. But I was in school at the time. All the dining halls were closed. Everything was closed. The only thing we could do was go through the drive-thru. And McDonald's was the only thing that was still open. And then there was this huge sign that the Mighty Wings were back. And I was like, oh my God, finally, I haven't eaten all day. It's like the middle of the night. And I go to order my Mighty Wings, and they were sold out. And I wanted to jump through my car window and attack the person that was on the other end of that microphone. Because I was so upset about those damn Mighty Wings.
Really, Chris?
Chris, are you really good? Chris, we need an initiation if Chris steps in.
Remember flights to
I'm
Quebec?
just saying, if he needs to take over, I think we need to like christen him somehow.
Round trip, $40. I can make it to Connecticut and back.
See, I had a lot of time and money and energy in on this one. I really don't want to have to train another. It's going to be too much.
Yeah.
A lot of hours in the box.
Yeah.
I have over a decade invested in this one. That's a lot.
You can't start over after that.
I mean, we're going on close to 15 years now.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a big accomplishment.
Locked it down.
Yeah. You can't just start over after that. You can't, you know, especially with people like Chris Barrett, you can.
And we got fur babies, and they're just not going to accept anyone.
No. They're so used to Mark being there.
Yeah. Mark eating there, Mark making a big mess while he's eating, the animals all feasting, you know.
Mark eating in general.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we did go to the KFC parking lot. My Mcmurder.
Yeah. He had to drive to the other parking lot to eat because he didn't want to look like a fat ass in the McDonald's parking lot.
I think
I'm very upset about it.
But like, if you sit in a McDonald's parking lot and you eat your McDonald's, that's either a rite of passage or a rite of shame.
Oh, what I would say was definitely shameful.
Shameful? Is it that bad, eating in a McDonald's parking lot?
But eating McDonald's at the KFC parking lot.
I think it's just like you're asking for it then.
But hey, I put chicken on my sandwich, so can they really complain?
It wasn't their chicken, though.
They're going to know.
They're going to know.
They're
going to know.
It's like when you put Yaki on someone's Parmesan sandwich. They're going to know. They're going to know, Mark. They're going to know.
Or it's like when you put pizza sauce on something that's not supposed to have it.
Why do people do that?
It was an accident.
Mark, what did you put pizza sauce on?
A club.
Yeah.
That's not an accident. That's a work crime.
You know,
One of the blandest sandwiches. Like the most mellow sandwich there is, and you put pizza sauce all over it. What, do you think it was a pizza?
maybe.
Pizza.
Well, something with the honey mustard and the.
Honey mustard is the top tier condiment.
I mean, it's honey mustard and the mayonnaise, and then you put that on there and mix it full coverage by accident. You just put pizza sauce on it.
So you had me with the honey mustard and the mayonnaise. I will give you that.
It was an accident. you cook off as much as you
It
can.
sounds like a pretty intentional accident there.
No, it actually happens a lot more than you think.
Okay.
It's better than forgetting the bacon.
Yeah. You need the bacon.
I forget the bacon all the time.
You need the bacon.
Anyway. But yeah, teriyaki on their Parmesan. They're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
No matter how
never
much,
know.
no matter how much you try to cook it off, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Even if you throw water on it, they're gonna know.
Water?
Yep.
Sorry.
No. It's still on the grill, and they throw water on it, try to get the salt off. They're gonna know. That's when you just throw.
People are okay.
But
particular customers that know if something's wrong irritate me for no reason. Like, I don't want to admit that I messed up. You're right, but I'm not going to tell you.
So, people who tell me that they don't want this, or this, but they're all options, they don't come on there. And I'm like, okay, you want this and this. They're like, no, I don't want that. And it's just like, I just want everything that comes on it. It's like, so nothing. Awesome. Or they want you to go back through their receipt with them to prove that there's not this, or this on there. I'm like, it doesn't come on there. It's fine.
All of our food is pre-made and pre-packaged. So we'll have people be like, oh, it's a lot like what you were saying. Can I get the such and such, but can I get XYZ on it or off of it? And I'll go, well, I can't, it's prepackaged. Here's the prepackaged sandwich. I'm not making anything. Here you go. And they'll be like, oh, okay. So can I get the one without this? I'm like, look, buddy, I got two options. I got two sandwiches here. No, I don't. I go, I'm like, hey, that's super cool. If I was making it, I'd make it like that for you. But we don't have it.
You just look at it and be like, here's what I can do for you. I'm going to get you the sandwich the way it comes, and I'm going to hand you a couple extra napkins.
That's what
I'm
I
going to need you to do is you're going to need to scrape all that off, and you're going to eat your sandwich the way you want. Good job. You got this.
I don't know why it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know why it's so hard.
Or
ooh.
people who get distracted when they're paying for something, and then they don't go through and answer all the questions on the machine.
Yes.
And then it doesn't charge them. And I'm like, sir, you can't leave. I need you to pay for this.
Yeah.
I had someone curse me out the other day.
Ooh.
Over that. And they're like, no, I paid. Da, da, da. I was like, no. If you paid, it wouldn't still be on my machine.
I would have handed you a receipt.
I would have handed you a receipt.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, ultimately I got called snotty.
Because you were doing your job.
Because I was asking for them to actually pay for their stuff.
Oh, how dare you?
I know.
Ask them to pay for their belongings.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
How dare I?
They can't be troubled.
Especially since he was there with like his entire family, like cursing me out. I was like,
Ooh,
well, this is awkward. You got all your kids with you, but whatever.
Or how about the one person who's like, that'll be, what was it? Like $15.01, and they hand you a bunch of yen.
Yeah. Other people, you would be surprised how many people have handed me other countries' currency and attempted to pay for stuff. I'm like, I can't accept this.
It's like
And they're like, well, it's money. I'm like, we don't accept other countries' currency.
I'm not a World Bank here.
What?
We don't have a cash register right now. We've never had a cash register. Okay. We have like Toast, which is a digital, it's the kiosk, the digital kiosk, where it's like an iPad or a touchscreen, and then you have a swipe, a card reader, or a tap to pay. Okay. And on all of our doors, I work in like a 50 by 50 shipping container, so it's pretty small. And
it's bigger
all
than
the doors, all the windows have like, we do not accept cash. We do not take cash. We are cashless. Every variation you can think about of saying, politely saying, hey, we're not taking money right now. Like, you can't hand me $100 bill. So what people really, really like to do is put in like a really big drink order. You know, and we've got pretty affordable drinks. So they're like, hey, that's great. I'll have like 20 drinks for my 20-person party or whatever. I'm like, awesome, sweet. I'll be like, hey, man, your total is XYZ. And what they'll do is they'll pull out $100 bill. Say, can I have change? And I'll say, no, you cannot. And it turns into an argument. Not even an argument, but like, you were called snotty for not, for trying to ask someone to pay. I go, hey, man, like, I would love to take that, but I don't have cash. And, like, there's a tip jar right there. And I go, there's, like, $2 in my tip jar, my guy. I don't know what you want from, like, oh, yeah, you can throw it in there. That's fine, making light of the situation. And then, we have to explain that cash transmits disease and, we've had, all that good stuff. And it usually turns into one of us being cursed out.
Yep.
Or they cancel the entire order and they leave. Another thing we have to do is that we have to open drinks and prepare drinks in front of these people because we're so close to a parking lot that I can't hand you, due to our liquor license, I can't hand you like a beer and then have you jump in your car and drive home. I legally have to open the can and hand it to you. So when we have those really large orders, I'm there popping tabs like it's nobody's business. And I've had people like, I've been through like maybe like 5 or 6 drinks. They're like, hey, why are you opening that? And I'm like, hey, man, according to our liquor license, I have to open these drinks. They're yours. Once I hand them to you, you're free to do what you want. We just can't, due to the city that I live in, that's their deal with serving alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Scratch it. I don't want it.
You don't want it because
they don't want
the server opened it for you.
With gloves, with a church key.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Or so all of the drinks that we have, we don't have alcohol, unfortunately. But all the drinks that we have are readily available for the customers, with the exception of our freshly squeezed lemonade. That is behind the counter. We refill that ourselves. It's all made fresh on site, right? And people who want to fill their own ice and then give me their cup drives me fucking insane because I then have to stop everything that I'm doing, take your cup, fill it for you, make sure it's all, handed over to you properly, because they always want to hand it over like all this expensive technology that I know at the other location, it's happened before a drink's gotten spilled and someone has had to spend a couple $100s out of their own pocket in order to replace that. And that was the manager at that store.
Wow. Oh, and that was the card reader.
And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So you got to do all this. And then I have to hand it off to them, be nice, And I have to go thoroughly sanitize my hands and everything before I can get back to whatever I was doing before that. And it's just, so many
just sounds so tedious.
With everything going on right now, there's so many different like rules and regulations that everyone needs to abide by. And, just so everyone's safe and as protected as you can be, but people, and we've got all these huge signs posted everywhere. Please wear a mask when you're not seated. If you walk up to the bar, if you approach one of the employees, please wear your mask. People will walk into the building wearing a mask and then rip it off.
Like your golden ticket to get in the
Uh-huh.
place.
And then
You're inside. There
all
it
over the
goes.
place. I've been cursed out before because we're a socially distant establishment, and we're supposed to have our tables a certain distance apart. We're only allowed to have a certain amount of chairs wherever, and people will try to pull the chairs together to have like one large party together. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Or they'll try to sit together at booths that are right next to each other that are very clearly marked that you can't sit at this individual booth.
Right.
Like stuff everywhere for it.
Plain English,
But they're like,
And-
oh, it's fine. We're part of the same party. Like, no,
No.
I can't legally have you sitting here. It's like, we're part of the same party. Da, da, da. I'm like, no, you don't understand what socially distance means. If the health department comes in here or a police officer comes in here, that's a fine for our establishment.
Which I will then turn around, get their information, and make them pay.
But I've
There
been
you go.
cursed out a few times over the table situation.
Although our earlier rep says I'm not allowed to put thumbtacks on those tables.
Really?
We've tried certain
I really
things.
want to put thumbtacks on them so nobody sits on them.
I think you should.
I still think I'm going to.
I really think that if it's like the anti-homeless benches, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where they put the spikes on the benches or the bars in the middle, so you can't lay down there.
Not
They're
very
gonna put
comfortably.
thumbtacks.
Not comfortably, but you can still fit underneath it.
I mean, if there's a will, there's a way. Yeah,
I don't know what she's talking about.
You can still fit underneath it.
you can. Like you can.
It's just that means you're very.
It's not
likely-
comfortable.
Well, that means you're not going to roll off the bench. Your seatbelt it in.
There you go. It's a steel seatbelt.
Yep.
Your
You're like,
seatbelt it
yeah,
in,
like those
folks.
pigeon spikes that they keep on gutters.
Oh, that is the
Yeah.
best idea. Yes. She knows. What
And
she's
so, like, they're there, and you can visibly see them. And if you make that conscious decision to sit down on the pigeon spike, that's on you, my guy.
Or it's like in Alaska, what they do is they take. Oh, what is it? Those sheets of what? Plywood or no, not plywood. Anyway, it's like an 8x5 sheet of wood, right?
Mhm.
And then you take 2-inch nails and you put them like 3 to 4 inches apart from each other for bears, so they
Mhm.
won't get into your doors during the winter. We can put those in front of the tables.
You could.
Mhm.
Chris said that you could unscrew the seat so they fall through.
Ooh.
Nah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, but then he's gonna have to screw him back together later on.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra work for Mark. Unless this is like IKEA furniture, where everything kind of builds itself.
Eh,
I
kind
don't know.
of. Anyway, so Monty Python.
All right.
Monty Python.
So
But that was a cute little rabbit. How was that such a vicious creature?
He's got the little.
it's out.
It's like, oh gosh,
There's all that blood everywhere.
oh man, you just made me soil myself.
Sir Lancelot.
I like how unheroic these knights are too. Like they are truly, except for maybe Arthur, who's on his quest and all of that good stuff. But they are truly a cowardice bunch.
Yeah.
Wait, did you
You
ever
know,
notice
they run away from danger and they.
Sir Robin.
that
Sir Robin.
Sir Robin.
King's Arthur's sigil, his son had a mustache on it. Did you ever notice that? I never noticed that until when we watched it again. It's like, that's awesome.
Is there anything new that you realized or discovered or have an epiphany about while watching the movie? Was there something that you picked up on that you didn't pick up on before? Or something that stood out to you that you didn't really notice? Even though you've seen the movie. I know you've seen it so many other times, but this one viewing, was there something that there was something that stood out to you?
So I know I mentioned this earlier, but the Lady of the Lake jokes
Yes.
talking about how she was just a watery tart and everything. Like that had never really clicked to me before watching it this time.
Oh, sorry.
Sake break.
Yeah, sake break.
Sake break.
Sake break.
Might as well.
Sake. Why not? Oh,
Sake's very good. Have you tried soju before? It's a rice wine.
I think so.
We have Thai down there.
Okay.
But I don't think we've cracked it open. It's still sealed. I know. I'm sorry.
It's so much better warm.
Oh my gosh. So the Lady of the Lake was definitely one that clicked to me that I'd never really made the connection of before. Another thing, I don't know why I'd never really thought of this before, but the monks going through, and when they're when they're smacking themselves with the wooden plank, I'd never noticed before. There's one of them that is clearly having a rough time with this scene because he's stumbling off from the pack, and like every time he gets hit, he just goes, oh, and then he tries to right himself again. I'd never noticed that one poor monk before, but I think he's really like smacking the hell out of himself because he keeps stumbling. I felt so bad for him. I did. I felt bad for that one monk. Chris said the stumbling monk was drunk.
He's got brain damage from hitting himself in the head.
He just kept hitting himself. I'm pretty sure he's actually like smacking himself in the head every time. I feel bad.
And they couldn't have used like breakaway wood or, any other theatrical prop. They probably handed these guys these sheets of plywood.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, when they were singing Knights of the Round Table,
yes.
I think the guy who is out there hanging, clapping his hands, is that a reference to Life of Brian?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think you're right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not sure which one came out first, but
that cutscene gets me every time.
He's dancing.
He's just out there dancing, just hanging out.
I think it was a reference to Life of Brian.
Good times.
What about for you? Did anything stick out to you that you haven't seen before?
Like I was saying, going back and rewatching this with a more mature mindset really, really opened my eyes to how, I'm not going to say masterpiece, but something very close to a masterpiece that this movie is. For everything considered with the time period and the writing and direction and the creativity that went into it. I think that, I understood a lot of it when I was much younger, but going back, I really appreciate it more. I really appreciate the complexities of this humor, this stupid humor, and how everything really, I think that I really got to piece it together more and just take away from it more as a whole, instead of just looking at it piece by piece and being like, oh yeah, that's Monty Python, and not really thinking twice about it, where I can sit down and go, oh my God, this is really, really just a really great piece of classic cinema that deserves the reputation it has.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I can go on and on about things that stood out to me, but that, I'd be going through the entire movie again. As a whole, there is a much more seasoned, much more worldly appreciation for Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Is it that bad? No. This is
we love it.
We love it. We love it.
We love it.
It's such a good movie.
Oh wait, that was the same. That's the same wizard from Scene 24.
Oh gosh.
I'm sure if we rewatch it again, we could find more things.
Oh my gosh, the scene where they're the nuns and everything are going after Sir Galahad, and every other character breaks into that scene to criticize them during that scene.
Get on with it.
It's just a bunch of pussy jokes. I was like, oh my God.
Oh goodness.
It's funny. And there's so many like clever little things that you don't think of.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those where you go back and every time you rewatch it, it gets more sharper. It gets more poignant. you know, and there's so much creativity that went into this. It really does have an exemplary feel for itself, and it knows how to, you know, even with the credits, from the beginning credits to the end credits, where you just have the organ playing over the screen, the black cut screen, you know.
The Moose talent agent.
The Moose, and it's written with the Nordic slash through the O. The Moose.
Moose. Every time I read those, every time I read that, I just imagined the French person speaking.
He kept saying the Meese Wrangler. He was reading it off to me. He's like, in the Meese Wrangler.
But really, the one time the Meese bit my sister's finger so hard.
I do like how the French were just there. I think that's funny to me. That's something that I picked up on that I really never thought about before. There's my answer. How the French were just there. And how the French never explained themselves. It's none of your business. You know, they're catapulting the animals and then their own castle, and
yes.
I like how unexplained it was. That's something that I really never stood out to me before. It just kind of was there.
Their guys carrying their backpacks.
The serfs with the huge caravans. Oh my god!
How he just looks up like, ah! It's like, clearly you can run away from it.
Run away!
Oh yeah!
Run away! I want to know where they got. You have King Arthur with the first coconut set. He's got the split coconut. You know, but how did everyone else get coconuts?
Well, it's a lot of swallows out there.
A
lot of swallows out there just carrying the coconuts. Maybe they're teaming up together in order to carry those coconuts. They never explained where they got the coconuts, but they found them.
Yes,
they found them.
So funny that they're there.
They found them.
Do you remember when John Cleese? I think John Cleese recently went to a con. They had him as a guest as a convention.
Oh wow!
I think it was in Kansas City.
Please tell me there was someone walking behind them with coconuts.
Could you? How long could you guys go with someone following you around with coconuts?
All day.
And just all day?
All day.
Would you ever Chris, they got them from the French, the coconuts from the French? They could have. They easily could have.
Maybe that's one of the things they threw at them.
Maybe it is. Maybe it was in the catapult.
I think next con, that's what you're going to do. You're going to follow me and I'll just go. The whole time.
Now, once we get to go out in public, if there is not someone, I don't care where I am. If there is nobody behind me, I will gladly relive another pandemic.
God. Now it makes me want to go to the specialty shop and buy coconut.
We're gonna buy coconuts. Just have
no. You could order like one of those Party City coconut bras and cut the twine off.
That's too easy. That's way too easy.
I'm giving you the answers.
But no.
Also, does it have to be a fresh coconut?
That's dried
out coconut?
Definitely dried.
It has to be dry because, like, if you cut it freshly, it's still gonna have the condensation from the coconut milk in there,
mm-hmm.
and then you're still gonna have the flesh, I guess, the meat of the coconut that you have to scoop out.
Well, not after I'm done with it.
So,
thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
If the Knights of the Round Table had a never-ending supply of coconuts, why did they have to eat Sir Robin's minstrels? unintentional cannibalism happened during this film.
Well,
or intentional, whatever. It could have just been annoying.
They could have just
that
gotten
is one thing I
sick
never
of
knew.
Robin.
That actually
They
is
could've
one
just
thing I
been
didn't
over
know. That when Sir Robin was galloping through the woods, all the signs said certain death, and then he kept running towards it.
Dead people here.
It's like, no, dead people only.
Dead people only, and they're all pointing there. And that's the way they're going.
Yep.
That's another one. I love the set design on this because it's notably really poor set design. You know, they went to the English countryside and they're like, yeah, this looks fine.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Or
A joke that I'd missed before.
Yeah.
Kimlet. Oh, it's just a model. It's like, it's just a model. Like,
or
it was actually a model.
I still love the scene that they used 3 times or 4 times in a row where he's just coming up of a hillside.
Of him running.
And then he's standing there like,
Right when he's gonna go to like attack the wedding.
hey.
Yeah, he starts killing everyone. Everyone's like, what in the world? Like they're just socializing and like especially the women that are dancing with the ribbons, and he's just going through killing everyone, killing old ladies, children, you name it. He's killing everyone in there.
And then he became
He just had a field day.
It's funny because even the lord of that castle is like, all right, I'm going to walk you down there. It's going to be fine. And he once again starts killing people. He's like, oh, sorry. Habits.
Would you ever want to see Monty Python remade?
No.
I doubt that it would be as successful. I feel like, all right, so I feel like if they tried to remake any of the Monty Python properties, and it's
so
not
just they went opening up the conversation. Like, so if they wanted to remake Life of Brian or Spamalot or something.
I feel like there's clearly a lot of fans out there for it, and there's a lot of really great comedians and everything that might say like, oh, you know, we're going to use all this care, but you don't have like comedy troupes like what you used to. You don't have like troupes of actors that do everything together, that know each other's ins and outs and everything. It's crazy sad, but like you don't have that anymore. Where with Monty Python crew, they'd been working together for how long? They all knew each other. They knew each other's tics. They knew the timing. I mean, even the moments where you could tell they went off script, they kept rolling with it because that's what they do. And I feel like the closest thing we might have to something like this is like This Is the End. That movie is probably the closest thing we could ever get to something like that. But an actual remake of a Monty Python property, no, I don't want to see it because I feel like it would just be kind of a letdown for anyone who is a hardcore Monty Python fan or even a casual fan. And then people aren't as familiar with Monty Python and the history and everything. Yeah. They could watch something like that and think it's funny and then want to go back and watch the original and say, what's this nonsense? Like, this is all over the place. It's too goofy. I don't know what's going on here. You know, maybe they don't like fun. I don't know what's wrong with them. You know, to each their own. Maybe they don't like fun.
Yeah, tell that to Chris.
That was volleyball. Wilson.
No, he ate a bunch of coconut.
Did he eat coconuts?
Yeah, he did.
I haven't seen Castaway in I don't know how long.
You haven't seen Castaway?
I don't know how long. It's been a while. It's been years.
People have not seen Castaway?
No, I've seen it. Like, I don't think I've seen it for like years.
See, after
another one of those that's just great, but it's so it's one of those.
See, ever since I saw Castaway is when I stopped using FedEx.
Oh.
Just saying. That's how they treat their packages then. I don't know how they do it now.
They treat them now. Nothing has changed. Wilson's still on the island. The He's still out there.
Actually, isn't he still somewhere in the Pacific?
Probably. Wilson, come home.
Oh, Wilson. He's so
See,
lonely.
that's another one that you can't remake.
You can have a sequel. Wilson story.
No. They totally. Okay, no.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll have to find the commercial, but it was a really old Super Bowl commercial. Because remember the one package they held on to?
Mm-hmm.
So he ends up bringing the package back to this person, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you for returning my satellite phone, all this ready to eat food and like flares and stuff like that. I've been missing this whole time."
Yeah.
That's when you punch her in the face. I'm sorry, but that's when you punch her in the face.
But he got the package back to her. That was what was important.
On the topic of remaking classic comedies, which I know we're kind of shifting over from Monty Python, but I know that they're remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No.
I know. And it's Kevin Hart and I think The Rock Johnson, which I think both of those guys are fine.
But there's such a height difference.
It's such a height difference. And at the same time,
doesn't Kevin Hart look like a little kid compared to him?
I just don't, personally, I don't know if that specific duo could bring the same gusto as John Candy and Steve Martin.
Yeah, no.
My name is from a Steve Martin movie. I was named after Father of the Bride. Have you guys seen Father of the Bride?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Annie Banks.
Annie Banks.
My folks saw that when they were dating. My mom was like, "That's cute." My dad was like, "Oh fuck."
Dad's like, "You got something to tell me."
We were married. They were still dating. She's like, "Oh, I like that name." So, but that's it's the same thing. It's gonna be if you remade any of the Monty Python properties and you go back and you go, "Oh, this is overhyped." It's remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where you go back and you're like, "Okay, this isn't as funny as everyone says it was, or this wasn't as original or outstanding for the time period." And I think that really diminishes from the original quality. Would I like to see a remake? No. Would I like to see a re-release, like a theatrical anniversary, like a 50-year re-release or something? Yeah, absolutely. Remaster it, put it back out there. By that time, we'll be going back to theaters.
So sometime next year, got it.
Sometime, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But I think that there are other ways to honor.
Oh, scratch that. I have one way that they can remake this film.
Go for it.
I think everyone will accept it. You do the exact same film, exact same footage and everything. Don't change anything except you superimpose Deadpool in the movie and then have him interact with people and no one sees him or acknowledges him the entire film.
So Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool?
So they just put Ryan Reynolds on a green screen and then just superimpose him in the film. And then he gets really upset because nobody's willing to talk to him. And he'll just be like, "Why'd you stop singing?" He's like, "We're having a great moment there." He's like, "We were the Knights of the Round Table."
He's like, I'm not a big Deadpool fan, but that is something I would like to see. That is something that'd be a lot of fun. And I think that Ryan Reynolds, even though he plays the same character in literally everything he's been in since the beginning of Ryan Reynolds.
But they're fun, though. I really like Ryan Reynolds.
I know, I like him too, but I'm saying he's typecasted in the best way for him.
Right.
Ryan Reynolds is very much like Will Smith to that.
Yes.
Where it's very much he plays Ryan Reynolds. Will Smith plays Will Smith. If they get cast in that character, it's perfect. If
Chris
not,
Barrett
it's
says
weird.
Deadpool has to be medieval Deadpool. So, Chris, would we see him in the armor? Would we see him in the chainmail? Would it be a new costume for our Deadpool?
I think he'd be wearing a Red Sonja costume at least once in the film.
Yeah.
I want that chainmail bikini because I think it'd be hilarious.
I want him in like a Leia slave type of outfit,
Right?
Oh, you mean just like that one person at C2E2? Oh my god, I felt so bad for her. She was a Red Sonja cosplayer, right?
She was very
Okay.
accurate.
She was very accurately portraying Red Sonja. Chainmail, that was it.
And this was in, oh my god.
Chicago,
This-
yeah.
She was very
Yeah.
And she was
uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable with what she
Oh.
was doing. But it's like you walked into this knowing what you were doing. What'd you expect? What, you didn't think a few thousand
She
people
was
were
very
going to be there?
uncomfortable with the attention as well. I was like,
Girl.
I felt bad for her.
I feel bad for you, but at the same time, you kind of.
You knew that. You knew that. You
knew that was
stood in
gonna
front of a
happen.
mirror. You stood in front of a mirror. You saw how you looked.
And you said, yeah, this is a
And
great
you
idea.
said, this is going to be great to
This
be
is gonna be
dealing
awesome.
with thousands of people.
Today. It's going to be 24 degrees in Chicago. Nobody look at me. Nobody touch me. We'll just wait until next year. Well, it's Christmas con.
Yep.
And it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If you can find that chainmail bikini, I will be Sonja for.
Mark, if you do not come as Red Sonja, we're done. We're done. It's over. We'll never hear
But
from
I
you
can't
again.
be. I cannot be 100% accurate. But I can be close.
Yeah, he might have to wear something underneath.
No, let's get a dance
Saying.
belt.
It was just-
Yeah, you
There
need
we
to
go.
pick up a dance belt. But besides that,
So, back on the topic here. So,
so Deadpool in Monty Python. That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Ooh, or Deadpool in airplanes. Instead of the inflatable pilot, it's Deadpool sitting there.
Oh my god. That would be fun too.
Yeah.
Airplanes was such a good movie. Airplanes was a lot of fun to watch.
Everybody, brace for impact. Oh, oh goodness. Yeah, they don't like that when you actually do it on planes, but whatever. It's still fun.
you have the air marshal sitting next to you a lot on flights.
No. They make me sit next to him. There's a difference.
He asked about the emergency exit.
At 30,000 feet. You know, it was just a Fight Club reference. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, which is
also-
the
That's a Frenchman.
at 30,000 feet in the air.
Yes.
Deadpool's a Frenchman.
Oh, Deadpool's got to be the Frenchman, though.
The Frenchman.
He has
And
to
he's
be the Frenchman that pops over the wall.
With the hands.
He's
He
like-
loves.
It's got to be like his arm or something that he's dangling over the end.
Deadpool would probably try to jump on top of the rabbit when they slingshot the Trojan rabbit over.
And then there would be like that one movie where he's like riding the bomb down. He's like,
Okay, Deadpool would be the Frenchman.
Yes.
the Frenchman.
It's canon now. It's got to happen.
Do you guys have cables down there? Oh goodness.
Gosh.
Oh, no.
But he has to be wearing the jersey that says trainee on it.
The second one. Did you guys like the second Deadpool?
The one Deadpool that I did like was the one that they remade to make
Out of
it
the
like a
two?
Bride's Tale.
The princess.
Uh,
And he actually kidnaps Fred Savage.
Yep.
yep.
And duct taped him to the bed. Yep.
I know we've discussed like, you know, Deadpool and da-da-da, but the biggest argument we'd always have for like them possibly bringing Deadpool into the rest of the Marvel universe and like Disney and
Mhm.
everything would be just to superimpose Deadpool with a bleep button. And the fact that they actually had a bleep button in there
Mm-hmm.
was fantastic. This is my favorite part of the entire movie is that he has a bleep button and it's a running gag. Like he bleeps things that aren't even curse words.
It's like he really wants to go. He wants to take him to his basement and fight him so hard.
Yep. Fred Savage wants to fight Cable. And he bleeped like the entire thing, so it sounds like he wants to do other things to Cable. And he wants to take it out and he wants to show it to his family. Like, his kids are going to know about this. And his parents, he's going to call his mom.
Deadpool 3 is going to be interesting. I have no clue what they're going to do with it yet, but I think it's been greenlit already. I think they're already looking to move forward with it.
So wait, the only way that they're going to do this, though, is Josh Brolin as Thanos and Josh Brolin as Cable.
Yep.
Are they going to have to fight each other?
It. I would like to see it. I would actually think that would be fun.
That would be fun. Ooh, I think that they should run into Back to the Future since he's back and jumping all over.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have at least one joke with them both, like, on screen together, and Deadpool says, like, oh my God, twins. And they're both going to look at each other, and I think Cable's going to look at Thanos and say he doesn't see it.
I think you should start penning the script for the next Deadpool.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, call us up.
Yeah, if you're watching this
right here, we got you. We got this.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so now is that time, a special, special time where we talk about the next episode. So since you were so kind as to give me an option, I myself am going to award you with an option.
3.
Ooh, okay.
So we have 3 films for you to choose from, my dear. First off,
to be fair, she created them all because I was born under a rock. She showed me what cable TV looked like.
These are some of my favorite of the worst / like corniest, best, what have you films.
Corniest because they're from Indiana, or corniest because it's funny?
Shush. First off, a little known gem. Jaws 3. In 3D.
Okay, we got Jaws 3.
Golden film right there. Just golden.
Stellar choice.
Another fantastic film. Stars one of my favorite horror icons of the 1980s, and so on. That would be Sorority Babes and Slimeball Bolorama. Starring Linnea Quigley as Spider. She will be your spirit animal by the end of that film if you select it. And last, but certainly not least, I'm going to have to go with another fantastic film that is the original Thanksgiving. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but I know we originally started talking about bad films, and we talked about the turkey.
Let's do Thanksgiving.
Full circle.
Let's do it. We got to bring it back. We have to go back.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Buckle up. You didn't want to rewatch that, did you? Mark was so hoping you'd pick the other 2.
Oh, God. How do they not know? How do they not know?
They don't know. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but there's this film is so bad and so fantastically bad.
Okay.
Like, when you watch it, you can tell they only had like a couple $1,000s.
If that.
For everything, including the camera and like editing. And there's certain moments where they reuse the same joke multiple times and they act like it's a brand new joke. Like verbatim, the same exact joke.
The first 30 seconds you do not want to watch with your parents.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but it's just going to be like as awkward as that one scene in Black Swan.
That scene, yes.
Yeah, we don't speak of that scene.
Black Swan was something else, wasn't it?
Yep. definitely something.
Oh my god.
Sure was. I remember when it came out and everyone was like, whoa, what the hell?
Yep.
And that was like the general consensus.
Still isn't what the hell.
Still not as bad as my mom renting me that movie as a kid. So, little story time, little offshoot story time.
Story time with Kat.
I was a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan as a little girl.
Oh no, not this
It
story.
was it's this story.
Oh, not this story.
I looked up to Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, whatever. Fun little beats. Still a really great show, to go back and rewatch and everything. Now, my mother knew I loved Buffy, and she, back when, video stores were still a thing, walking through the aisles. Now, our local video store did not have a back room.
Shall we say?
A back room, if you know what the back room is.
Yes, I do.
And my mom saw on the wall Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Didn't bother to pick up the box to read it or look at it really. She just saw a blonde girl with the word Vampire Slayer underneath it. And she's like, she's gonna love this. Gonna love this. I think I was 6. Maybe. What was I? A little bit older than that?
Yeah,
6,
I don't
7,
know.
8. I was a little youngin'. Let's say I was still elementary age at the time. I was watching it. I was like, what? I went in the other room and I asked my mom. I was like, why are they taking their clothes off? And she's like, what are you talking about, sweetie? And I was like, well, they all must. It's like, well, maybe they're hot. She's just like ignoring me. Just tell me, shoo, go back in your room. It's like, well, they all must be really hot because they're all taking their clothes off. She's like, and I don't understand why they're. Oh God.
Anyway, so that got awkward.
That was funny though. It's a funny story now.
Yeah.
Your parents accidentally renting you porn.
Yeah, it happens. You live and you learn. Say lovey.
I don't have those kind of experiences, but okay.
Accidentally.
No, tiny
That's why we
mistakes.
drink as adults.
Mm.
Any Hoosiers. Back to Thanksgiving. For everyone that's still here.
You know what I kind of noticed?
What?
Is that Annie's bright light could almost like correspond with our bright light for the background. So
Yes.
Yeah, it could.
yeah.
My
Anyway,
over there.
your extremely bright light is like shining all the way over here. It's
It
like
is quite bright light.
it's like we're almost in the same room, but we're not. Anyway, Joe, did you show him the gauntlet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, show us your gauntlet. Hey,
The
there you go.
gauntlet. In honor of the film, we got gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. I'm not showing him my gauntlet.
He went stemless.
You made me go
I
stemless.
see, very tasteful.
You're drinking sake.
Yeah.
Why would you put sake in a stem glass? Just feel it's weird. It's weird, Mark. This is wrong.
Yeah, I'm also missing the sushi here. Would be amazing right now. Oh, I did my chopsticks today.
Yeah. Got new chopsticks.
Yeah. Gonna have to break those in.
You gotta get the sushi to break them in with.
Yes. Now I just need to find my wok. Stir fry.
So he keeps threatening to put the cats in it.
No, I just keep
No!
No.
Mark!
I just want to take the cats for a walk. Nothing more.
There you
nothing
go.
less.
I still remember getting a picture sent to my phone of Midnighter when he was a kitten laying inside the wok and Mark putting that on top of the stove. It wasn't turned on or anything, but he just did it for the picture. And he's like, I think he's getting used to his fate. He's accepting it now.
God, people hate me even more.
I mean, total joke, but he's accepting it now.
He's comfortable. He's comfortably living. He knows. And you know what? Good for him for accepting it.
They walked away.
Just like my turtles ran away.
Oh,
Oh, turtles.
that's not hard to make the turtle run away, though.
Actually, those things are fast.
Put it outside. They run away.
No, it wasn't because they were. Well, yeah, they were outside. I still think like the birds took them or something. Whatever.
No, they went to live on a farm, Mark. You never tell a kid what actually happens to their pets. They all went to a farm.
You mean
They're still at the farm.
It's a big farm.
Mm-hmm.
I think the funniest thing was they didn't want to explain death to me when I was a real little kid, and I had parakeets, right? So they went and they bought an identical parakeet to my bird.
Yeah.
So my bird's name was Whitney. It was a white bird. Bought an identical bird to it and everything. Stuck it in the cage with my brother's parakeet, George, who was male, by the way. Mine was female. So they never fought, right? They stuck another one in there who was male. And they tried to pluck each other's eyes out. So my brother and I, who's only like 2.5 years older than me, watching these two birds just like go at it full on trying to kill each other. That was a bit traumatizing.
That's very scary.
Yeah, but that's how I found out that the farm wasn't
The
real.
farm.
Because then they tried telling me, oh, no. Nothing happened to Whitney. You know, I was like, then why is Whitney a boy now? And they're like, oh, well, Whitney just had to go to the farm. And this is Whitney's friend. Whitney's friend has come to live here now.
It's not as bad as when my sister put her hair mirror down next to her beta fish.
Yeah.
Oh, the fish is asleep. The fish is just sleeping. Don't
killed
worry.
itself.
The fish is going to join all of its other people in the sewer.
It killed itself. It just kept like attacking. Yeah. It just kept attacking that glass.
Yeah.
But then it makes me wonder how they don't attack each other when they're all in the little plastic bowls sitting up. Anyway, that's.
Who do they think that, like, you go to like PetSmart or something and they have those huge tanks?
I think because like the beta fish have to be on their own. I think the bowl for some reason like it doesn't reflect
Maybe
properly or something, because they only allow you to put them in those type of bowls.
Mm.
So I think that has something to do with it.
Maybe.
I have an aunt with special needs, and ever since my mom's sister, they grew up in a very small, they had dogs and cats and what have you. And my aunt always had these two parakeets, and they were Pretty Boy and Pretty Boy. They were both Pretty Boy.
They were both Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy 1 and 2.
Actually, I think
exactly. That's and
my grandma had the same name for birds. It was so weird.
Let her finish your story.
Sorry.
So I get it. And throughout, like, these parakeets, go through their lifespan and stuff like that. I think my mom said they had 5 or 6 sets of Pretty Boys for my aunt throughout her lifetime. She's still alive. She just hit her 60s. But, like, she still thinks that these two birds
are the same
birds.
Yeah.
The same bird. Like how your parents were trying to tell you that Whitney went to the farm and this is Whitney's friend. Like, oh, like she never questioned it. She never realized it. They've never told her that these are different birds. And it's like a thought. It's like not even a secondhand thought. She's like, okay.
But that's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She just beat COVID, too. So that was very exciting.
Wow. Congrats.
Thank you.
Dude, I got stories.
Muffy.
I got stories. Including my cat trying to steal the fish out of our fish tank. and my sucker fish grabbing a hold of my cat and biting my cat, and the cat flailing around screaming, and there was blood and everything. And I was screaming for my mom because I didn't know what to do. It was my cat and my fish. And my mom couldn't get the fish to let go of Rascal. He's my cat. But so she got a kitchen knife and she cut the fish. And then the fish was still stuck to Rascal's paw, but now he was flailing around and he was flailing blood everywhere. And that was very traumatizing as a child.
My God. Oh. My dad grew up on a farm. My dad grew up on a farm, and with that, they had a lot of animals running, a lot of barn cats, and some of those barn cats were both house cats and barn cats. And when he was still in his younger, maybe like 8 or 9, and it was a night like tonight where it's bitter cold out and it's snowing and it's just not a great time to be living in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
He went to go let one of the barn cats outside to go to the bathroom because the barn cat was his cat. So he'd stay in the barn in the day and then hang out with him at night. And he opened the door. He opened the screen door and he opened the storm door. And the storm door is like this big, frozen, heavy glass door.
Oh, no.
So so I hate this story too. So the cat steps outside a couple of steps, realizes that he's walking in snow. Well, my dad didn't realize that this cat was turning around to come back in. He lets the door go. The cat's tail was victim to this accident.
Okay, well, it's just the tail, but
it was just the tail, flipping around, squirting blood. My dad's like 8 or 9 years old, crying, screaming. The cat's walking through the house like totally unfazed. I got the tail on the floor.
God, his spine.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's his spine.
Oh.
That's a cat's spine through their tail. Oh.
The cat was fine after that, with his spine severed.
Yeah. Just moderately acted drunk 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that one time when our cat, actually my cat, so we're working the pipes in the house, right?
Yeah.
The cat decides to venture where the pipes are. The house that we were living at the time was like over 100 years old.
Was this State Street?
Yeah, it was State Street.
Okay.
And
was this Travis?
Yes.
Okay.
So the next thing you know, we hear,
no. Oh no.
He was in the walls for like 2 days.
Mind you, this cat was blind.
He was partially blind.
He was old and blind.
But
and
it was like, what? It's like, well, we can either knock open the wall and get him out, or he can figure his way out. So he figured his way back out.
There you go.
This is the same cat that used to break into his neighbors' houses to wake them up.
Yes.
Also, this is the same cat that when I first started driving and everything would always jump into my car when I went to leave. I'd make it all the way home and he'd be there. So I'd have to turn around and drive all the way back over to Mark's house to bring him back.
Yeah, but this was the same cat where the neighbors would become knocking on the door with the cat in hands and be like, he woke me up again. Mark, it is 7:00 in the morning. How did your cat get in my house? I'm like, I don't know. Did you leave a window open or something?
Yeah. First time I met his mom.
Like the person don't even own cats. And they're like, this cat was laying on my back, licking my ear. I was like, yep, that is our cat.
The first time I met his mom, because she worked kind of like awkward hours at the time. But the first time I'd actually met his mom, I was actually returning Travis at the time. And she comes running out of the house, screaming at me and saying,
what are you doing with my cat?
What are you doing with my cat? Don't take my cat. And I was like, just hands up. I don't know why, but I just like literally froze. Hands up. Something about a grown adult screaming at you and like tearing out straight
That's
towards
so
you
scary,
when you're a teenager is very startling.
Although I'm
Yeah,
not
it
gonna lie,
totally kicks in that fight or flight.
Midnighter's turning out to be a lot like Travis.
Oh my god.
The reason why is because he's a neck warmer. Literally, I would put this cat around my neck, and he would love life and just be sitting there, and he would hang out there for hours. So yeah, I mean, I'd go outside with him and walk around in the winter and be my neck warmer.
Did you really?
Yes.
No need for a scarf. You got a cat.
I
You got a
really,
cat.
I really did this. Like, I would take the dog for a walk, and there'd be a cat around my neck, just loving life.
I would rather, you know what, though, that's a better cat to have than like a really mean, antisocial cat that wants nothing to do with you.
Oh, you mean like Whiskers? So there was a cat that we once had that was Monica's cat. She moved to a different house, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cat then left to that house and went back to the original house that was located like, I kid you not, like 5 or 6 miles away from this house. Cat's still alive. I see him from time to time when I drive through the neighborhood.
He's a tomcat now.
But yeah, this little kitten just decided to be like, I don't like you guys anymore. Took off.
Miss the old house.
Just missed the old house. We did nothing wrong with this cat.
There.
Absolutely nothing wrong with this cat. No abuse or anything. Living the dream. Just left.
It's like when Rascal first accepted Mark.
Oh, God.
Rascal was my childhood cat. I had him.
The cat that got the fish.
Yeah, that got the fish. He ended up passing away the summer right before my freshman year at Ball State.
Mm-hmm.
So that cat was a part of my life for a while there. But like 100% Queen of Sheba. Liked being carried around on a pillow.
Oh, yeah.
Only liked me, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
Hated everyone else. Would hiss at people. Bit my mom if she came into my room because that was his room. The first time I introduced Rascal to Mark, Rascal sat right in between us on the couch and then just stared at him.
And hissed.
And anytime Mark would reach across for something on the table or for the remote or to try to like talk to me or like put an arm around me or something, the cat would bite him.
Yep.
Mind you, like he was a teenager at that time. Like he was way into his teens at that time because he was kind of like an older cat when we got him and everything.
Oh, yeah.
He was an old sized cat, so you can't really like discipline him. You know, so he would get so mad at me and he'd be like, well, what are you going to do about your cat? And I was like, well, you are in his house. But when he finally stopped hissing at Mark and biting Mark and attacking Mark, I was like, okay, this is the one. The cat accepts him.
He likes him. Over Father's Day, my boyfriend's family took in a new dog.
Okay.
This is a big healer. So they're shepherds, they're herding dogs. And for the but when I say that Jack hates Reggie, he doesn't hate him. He hates this dog. He really, really hates this dog.
Why?
Reggie, first of all, it's kind of like Rascal ruling the house. The dog will not let like people in. The dog will bark at the wind. They cannot have people over without the dog attack. Like they're afraid that the dog is going to attack someone. That's their ultimate fear. Like they're not taking any initiative to train him. They're just kind of like revolving their household around Reggie. So the first time that I met his parents, like it was the longest thing. He'd be like, "Hey, I'd love to have you over, but I can't because of the dog." And I'm like, "I get that," but you know, after a couple of times of him saying that, he's like, "I'm kind of overusing that excuse. You could, come over and meet my parents." And I was like, "Okay." So I went over to meet his family. I have to give them a warning when I am out in the driveway to let them know to put the dog away. They put the dog away, they'll let me in. We're hanging out, and everything's going fine. It's going well. It's going smooth. I really like them. They like me. It's, we're joshing around. We're bantering. We're doing all that good stuff. And they invite me to stay for dinner. So I'm like, of course I'll stay for dinner. So during dinner, they were talking more about this dog, this nightmare dog. And they're like, do you think we can use you for an experiment?
Oh, gosh.
And I kind of...
Did you sign a waiver?
Okay, after years of Odin, I know exactly where this is going.
No, so I kind of look at Jack, and he's like, no. I was like, look, I got it.
He's like, Mom, I like this one. He's like, don't let the dog eat her.
I was like, no, it's fine. I had a dog growing up for my entire life. I can do it. It's no big deal. And they're like, okay, what you're gonna do is that we're gonna turn off all of the lights in the house. You are going.
Are you gonna start clapping? Are you gonna go play hide and go clap?
We're gonna sit you at the kitchen table. Jack will be on one side of you. His brother Tommy will be on the other side of you. You are going to sit there motionless. We are going, the four of us, the two boys and his parents, they are going to pay as much attention to the dog as they can. They're going to bring him down on a leash to let him outside. I cannot, I felt like I was in Don't Breathe. I felt like I was in Don't Breathe. I go, okay, so what am I going to do? And they're like, you're just going to sit there? Don't acknowledge him. Don't look at him. Don't say anything. I was like, okay, cool. I can do that. You could just tell me to make myself scarce and I will. They're like, all right. And his dad was like, yeah, both of his parents were like, sure, are you sure? Like, it's fine.
I'm with you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having faith in me. But I was like, I'm positive I would tell you guys if I was uncomfortable. I told you I'm okay with it. So after reassuring them for 5 minutes, they went to go get the dog. And everything's going fine. They're all talking to the dog. They're touching the dog. Hi, Reggie, touching him, scratching him, taking him outside. And he goes outside. And then they bring they're a collective sigh of relief. And then they go, okay, we're going to bring him back in now. And I go, okay. I do the exact same thing. The dog takes one step in the door. I'm sitting there like this. I'm waiting. I'm anticipating. The dog takes one step in the door, looks at me, barking at me, lunges at the leash. I get up, Jack pulls me back. They run. They book it through the house.
Yep.
I book it to the basement. We get up and we go for the basement. They take the dog straight. They're like, we thought he was going to attack you. And I was like, my heart stopped beating in my chest. I was like, whoa. So later that evening, I was like, I have to use the restroom. So I went upstairs and I forgot that they still had the dog off the leash. I had to tell them that I was coming upstairs so they could put this goddamn dog away. And I did it. And I really thought I blew it with my boyfriend's parents upon meeting them. Because I was like, hey, Jack, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I run up the stairs and I open the door. And in that split second decision, I felt the life go from me. And I'm like,
because the dog was in that bathroom.
The dog looks at me. He makes a beeline for me. I freeze again. Because when we were little, I was 5 and my sister was 3 when we had our Maisie. So they were told to just freeze. You don't interact. There's nothing to take. And just clam up. And that's what I did. I really thought that I was going to be like Carol Baskin's husband, where they were going to put me in the septic tank.
Oh, come on. You know the lions and the tigers, they officially, they pooped that out. Come on now.
Probably. We all know that she killed him. But yeah, that was... And now, even they did that, and they're like, yeah, this confirms it. And I was like, confirms what? Confirms what exactly? I'm like, they confirms that we can't have anyone over ever. Thanks, Annie. Thanks so much for helping us out. And I was like, okay.
Wow, that's quite a response. It's like, yeah, congratulations. You're the first and last person ever to step foot
That's
in
what
this
it
house.
was. They were like, yeah, that really, you are the nail in the coffin. I was like, I kind of looked at my boyfriend. I was like, okay, He was like, yeah, thanks for helping us. Like, nothing had happened. I was like, okay.
So do you know the history of this dog at all?
Sure, yeah. Tell me the history of this dog.
No,
I don't
no. I was asking if you had any idea, like, what kind of a background or anything it came from.
No, so he was the best.
Yes, I know all about this dog. I know all about your boyfriend's dog.
I'm sorry, I misinterpreted the question.
No, I was just asking, like, from my own history with my dog.
No, so they got Reggie from a shelter. Mm-hmm. He was a rescue, and basically because they have lost a couple of pets prior to, they felt like they needed to fill, they have 2 dogs. One of them was a total basket case, and he just kind of hangs out by himself. And then Reggie's a nut job, and he's whack, and I see why Jack doesn't like him. But they got him, like, his parents went to the shelter, and they played with him for like an hour, and then they brought him home. That was really it. There was no prior research, no background on that. They were like, I like this dog. We're going to bring him home. Happy Father's Day,
Odin, come here, babe. Come here, honey. Jump on up. Come on. Odin, up. Come on. The one time I need you on camera. Come on. Come on, honey. Quit checking out glasses. Come on. Up. There we go. Good job. All right. So this is Odin.
Mm-hmm.
Odin was saved from the dogfighting rings when he was a puppy.
Yes. Yeah.
And basically, my brother thought, oh, well, he's a puppy, so he's not going to be like that stunted or that scarred by that. Yeah, that was a bunch of nonsense. This dog, his world is very small. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you, his world is very small.
It's bigger than my world.
Mark, I'm trying to make a point here, but I will tell you, like, he's the sweetest dog ever. When he first came to live with us, I couldn't change anything about my appearance in front of him. Like, even if I put my hair up in front of him, he'd growl at me.
Oh wow.
If I went to enter my mother's room at night, or like to try to like wake her up, get her attention or something, he used to chase me out of the room, and I'd have to jump on the couch and like feed him pillows and like yell at him. And I ended up needing stitches a few months after we ended up getting him. Wow. And like he had so many issues and everything, but we worked through quite a bit of that. Thankfully, we have Wolf Park that's not too far away from us. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of lovely aggression counselors there. Actually, they work with the wolves, but they do work with dogs as well. And we brought in a really nice lady from there, and we sat down with her, and Odin was leashed up the entire time. And we were learning a bit more about like his issues and everything. And since then, we've learned certain ways of how to take him for car rides with us, or how to take him to PetSmart. That was a huge thing. We can take him to PetSmart. His big issue now is the home. Mm-hmm. And that's something that he's never really going to get past. And there's a lot of issues there, but he's my old man dog, and I love him. I do. We worked through all of it. He's one of my pack. I know the big issue when we first decided to bring the kittens in was we were concerned that Odin was going to kill them.
Yeah. And
the kittens got loose one day when no one was home. And I came home and I realized that their room was open. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, oh God, what am I gonna find? Because I was like, I don't think I can forgive him if he kills these babies, you know? Because I had to basically bottle feed these cats. I had to train them how to do the litter, all that, you know. These were my little babies, you know? And
but instead, we come home and
they're cuddling.
They're all cuddling together.
They're all cuddling on the couch together.
He's cleaning them.
Like that's his little crew. Like those kittens are his kittens, basically. And I was so surprised. It was the first time I'd ever seen him be that tender to something new.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him just open up to something like that before.
Oh, wow.
And it was so surprising because he is an old man dog now. So like change is a big deal for him now, especially. I don't feel like he could necessarily overcome all the things that he has overcome if he had to now. Like he could not leave this house or like this family unit because I don't think he could ever go to another family. He would have to be put down, unfortunately. That's just how he is. I had a slight scare not a couple months ago, but it was like last year. We got a call from his baby sister when she had been out partying. And basically it was, I need you to come get me. And then it was the whole sob story of she can't go home because then she's going to end up in an argument with her stepdad, you know, because she'd been partying. So,
well, is this where you drove her around?
Yeah.
So originally it was freezing that night. So I gave her my jacket. Gave her my jacket, had her sitting down on the couch and everything, waiting. And he and I were like changing or whatever. We were going to go run around, do whatever for hours, just until he went to work.
Actually, we went to IHOP and sober got.
Odin, sleep, maybe like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Sleepy Odin sees someone sitting on the couch, walks up, jumps on the couch, puts his head in her lap. And she's texting me and she's just like, when did you get a new dog? I was like, I don't have a new dog. What are you talking about? I was like, I thought your dog didn't like people. So that made me a little concerned. So I come out there and I was like, don't move. Don't move. Thankfully, the sweater that I gave her is very oversized sweater. She's a tiny little girl. But he was nuzzling his face into the edge of the sweater, into the pocket. Oh. And all I can think is that he smelled me on the sweater. Mm-hmm. And he was just like hanging out thinking he was cuddling with me. And I was like, Mark, call the dog. Mm-hmm. And he's still half asleep. And he's like, okay. You could tell this dog was not fully awake. And I was like, yeah, you go sit in the car.
Yeah. You know how much fun that night was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Literally stayed up until, 7 o'clock in the freaking morning?
Yeah. I was tired.
But you know what? We felt so awkward. It's like, you know what? If we're going to just take it like this again, we need donuts.
We need donuts.
Because okay, what we do? We parked.
We kept driving around the neighborhood.
No, and then we eventually
we were
parked.
Like stalking the house, just like watching for the car to leave.
No, we eventually stopped and there's a clear view, like a block and a half away. You see the house.
It was very creepy, honestly.
It was very creepy.
You're stalking your parents' house.
It's like, okay, the lights are turning off. Okay, he grabbed his cup of coffee. All right, he's almost out the door.
I also realized they need more blinds and curtains because you can see in way more of their house than you'd think.
That's okay. The other night when I went to go drop off it was the day before Christmas. Yeah. Instead of knocking on the front door, it's the half houses or one stairway goes to the basement, the other stairway goes upstairs, but there's in the little foyer area. But anyway, all I did was walked over to the basement window, just knocked with my mask on, and just started waving. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's just Mark. Yeah. Also, I need to keep reminding my mom, you need to lock the doors.
So I got to give a shout out to the chat. Oh. Our boy Carson is in the chat. What's up, Carson?
Oh, and I think my mom is very interested in actually being on another Friday night show.
Oh, Oh, there you go.
She's got to spill the tea if she wants to come back
We want to
on.
hear everything about it.
We want the embarrassing stuff.
Oh, and she did try giving us that skull.
I know. I told her not to because it creeped me out.
Well, I mean, I was took it. What? They just wired the jaw together so they don't want to fall off.
Yes, Odin is a cat dog, though.
Oh, it's just mine. Yeah, that's how my family is.
Yeah, Odin has his own blankets and pillows and everything. Just to answer that.
That's
Thanks.
such a baby, though. That's such a baby move.
He's a good boy.
Yep. Unlike Midnighter. That cat. We just hung new blinds and he already decided to climb them.
That's why we can't have nice things, Mark.
No, that's why you have a Taylor Swift song.
This is why.
Anyway. Thanksgiving Day. Good luck.
Thanksgiving Day. So
I am looking forward to Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna tell you, there's a song in this movie that you can tell was probably written by the cast. I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil any of this film for you. I don't want to give you any heads up to anything that's going on. But you'll know once the song starts playing. And no, it does not get better than that. And it's gonna make you die of laughter.
I am so looking forward to this. Everything about this that you said, like, I am so in.
It's probably one of the worst films I've ever seen, and that's saying something. I do love this movie.
That's even better.
It is probably like in the pantheon of worst films ever created. Thanksgiving. Also, there's a sequel. Just throwing it out there.
Everything you're saying about Thanksgiving,
Turkey
is selling me. Like, I can't wait to watch this notoriously really bad movie in the best way possible.
So
and
bad.
if you decide to keep going with the series, the sequel, Thanksgiving 3, takes place in space partially.
Now, wait a minute. What happened to Thanksgiving 2?
Oh, it's a running joke, by the way.
Okay.
In Thanksgiving 3. Because Thanksgiving 2 was apparently such an abomination.
How much more worse could you get?
Oh. Thanksgiving 3.
It's like having a sequel to The Room.
Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3.
The untold story of
It's kind of fantastic.
Oh, I'm looking at the. Oh my god.
Are you looking at art?
Are you looking at any of the photos behind it?
I am.
Oh, did you get to the part with the turkey wearing the face?
I see the turkey.
He wears a face.
Oh.
Okay, so
no.
I went to a horror convention. I go to horror conventions whenever, but I got very excited because there was a Thanksgiving shirt, and screamed for about 5 seconds. Really, whatever.
You even scared the person.
Yeah, I did scare the person, and he and I had to like dig through in order to make sure that they had like my size of that shirt and everything. Love it. But the tagline for this film is "Gobble gobble, motherfucker."
Okay.
So by the end of it, you will be saying to yourself, "Gobble gobble, motherfucker."
That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny.
And there's so many turkey jokes, like getting stuffed. There's I really don't want to like spoil any of these scenes for you. I don't.
Spoil anything. Do not. I want to go in. I want to go in knowing what I know.
It's
nothing more.
It's so fantastic. I want to talk about it already. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But we won't. We
You're
won't.
gonna make me rewatch.
We will talk about
I
it.
am gonna make you rewatch this. Yeah, I make him watch it. We have a deal. We watch it once a year.
That means you can't.
And
do it
because
for
you picked
Thanksgiving.
it, he has to watch it again.
Mark, you have to watch it.
You have to watch it.
I have to watch it twice this year.
Yeah, our deal is we watch it on Thanksgiving. But now we have to watch it for this.
Great. 2021 is gonna be worse than 2020.
You know what, Mark? Okay, I will make a proposition.
I don't know. I'll rewatch it. Just
Okay, if you okay.
You
We'll
don't
watch
even
it.
you don't even want her proposition, huh?
Okay. Actually, I'll listen to it though.
What was the proposition?
I was gonna say, if you could think of something worse than Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving for next week.
Can you think of a worse film than Thanksgiving?
Could you think of something worse than Thanksgiving?
He's struggling.
Besides Twilight, I don't know. That's pretty bad. Or Nightmare Sharks.
Nightmare Shark. He smiles.
Oh God. No, I really can't. Except maybe Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know. That was pretty bad too.
Not Thanksgiving.
Not Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. You couldn't answer the question. You had the opportunity.
You had an opportunity.
I know, but
All the movies I've made you watch over the years.
that one's just the worst.
I love this movie. It's so bad.
Oh, it's so bad. I can't wait. I already know how bad it is.
Oh my god. You're gonna have so much fun with how bad this film is.
It's so bad that it becomes good. Ish.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to this.
It'll make you question everything in life.
I want that. I want that.
Yep. You're gonna get it.
Pointless montages.
Ugh.
I don't want to spoil it for you. I really don't. I want you to go into it 100% blind. The same way that I did for like The Room.
Did
I
you
want
just
you
say Barbershop 9?
9?
Barbershop 9. There's a
There are
9.
9 barbershops?
No way.
Isn't it like Beauty Shop now or something?
There's 9
Beauty Shop?
barbershop?
I think it's Beauty Shop now. I don't really know what it is. I just saw Beauty Shop was on Netflix a while back because I was scrolling through Netflix.
Oh, is it the, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Birdemic. Dude, Birdemic is freaking awesome. Also, Friday 5. Is Friday 5 the Christmas one?
Oh my gosh.
Because I liked the Christmas one. It was funny.
I think there are 9 of them.
There's 9 barber shops?
What?
I think there might be.
What?
There's like, okay, there's at least 4.
I mean, yeah, I know people
It's
got to
like-
go back in for haircuts, but dang. No, that's a scene, honey.
Oh.
Birdemic.
How many?
It's a Scrubs joke. So it's from the TV show Scrubs, I guess.
Scrubs was good though. For what it
Scrubs
was.
is good.
There are 3 barbershop movies.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say, there's no way there's 9.
It's not Fast and Furious, which they're going to space now.
They
Did you
did.
guys hear about that? They're going to take it to
They're going to
space.
space.
Are they going to run into Jason?
Probably.
They're
And
gonna
the
find
leprechaun.
Oh,
Are they how Lep gets to the hood?
Lep-
Are they how?
Fast and Furious in the hood. Wait, that's like every Fast and Furious though. I haven't even seen them. I don't know why they're still making them.
the
You
first.
haven't seen any of them?
I've seen the first couple of ones. No, I've
like,
seen
the first 2 were good. They
I
were
saw
good.
the first
They weren't like
maybe.
excellent, but they were
And
good.
then after
Okay.
that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I have seen every Fast and the Furious movie in theaters with the exception of the new Hobbs and what.
Hobbs and Shaw. Okay.
Yeah, I own it on Blu-ray though. But
Okay.
no, like they're stupid movies. Like they're fun, stupid movies.
Yeah,
you just kind of like turn it on in the background. You make it into running drinking games. You got popcorn. It's a popcorn movie where you get to turn off your brain.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I thought of another really bad movie.
What?
Team America World Police.
Oh.
That is... It's very...
Oh, that whole monologue. Oh, dang.
I just was like, wait a minute. Yeah. But then
I think that monologue pushes it way ahead, though.
Yeah.
It makes it a way better film.
But then if you actually pause it and look at their sets, they're very, very creative.
I still think
so. If you mute the movie, it's awesome.
There we go. Silent film. Tim and Eric silent film.
Yeah.
You can actually do that with Jaws 4: The Revenge. Only you get super hammered right before that while you're watching the third film. And then you turn off all of the sound for the fourth one. And you assign certain people in your group as certain characters. And they have to make up whatever that character's saying, so including Bruce the shark. The shark has an inner monologue, and the shark will yell at other characters in this film. That's just how I watch, Jaws 4: The Revenge. I know everyone says that that's hands down the worst Jaws movie. I think it's probably the best because it's so much fun.
Oh, I need to rescue her, so I'm going to crash my plane in the water and rescue her. You just created more of an emergency for the Coast Guard. Thanks, dude.
Okay, what about all 6 Sharknadoes?
Those are masterpieces.
Those are gloriousness.
They're so much fun.
Dude. Those are like A-list films compared to some of the things that I make this man watch. Okay?
They're so much. Oh, wait, they can hear me whisper. Anyway,
my favorite film for years used to be Venom, the movie, not the superhero Venom.
I was gonna say Tom Hardy.
No. There's a movie that came out in the mid-2000s. It's a horror film called Venom. Okay. The CGI graphics in it are so bad. There's snakes that come alive and attack. There's so many different things going on, and it's so weirdly shot at angles, and it's such bad acting. But
is this Venom 1981, 2005?
2005, I think. Because I know it's got like a bunch of pop music and everything in it.
Gotcha.
That doesn't mean anything.
For some reason, snakes on a plane came up underneath this.
Oh, there are snakes in it. There's snakes in it. There's snakes, but they're in a suitcase, and they're possessed by a demon.
God, that's so fun. This looks awesome.
That used to be my favorite movie of all time.
Snakes.
It's clearly up there in top 20. That needs to be on the show at some point.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch this.
Thanks, Killing. Oh my god. You were either going to love this or you are going to hate me come next Sunday. There's no in between. You either think that this film is so much fun because it's so bad, or you're like, oh my god, I wish I had the hour and whatever left of my life back. There's no in between of the two. So I'm excited to see where you land.
I'm excited to watch this.
I wish I had I wish I had those 2 hours back in my life.
He hates that film so much.
Mark, you get to, or I was going to say you get to choose next, but if you want to, that'll make you feel better.
I mean, they'll still get to choose after you, but if you wanted to do the next one.
Yeah, if you want to do the next one, that makes you feel better.
Oh, gosh.
Put them on the spot. You got a week to figure it out. All right, everyone.
Oh.
Next week, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Is
Everyone.
it that bad? Yes.
I could have told you that right now.
Does it get any better? No.
No.
The more you drink,
It
the
is
worse
that
it
bad.
gets.
It is that bad.
Oh, that's awesome. That's what I like to hear.
God.
Mm.
You're definitely gonna want a bottle nearby.
Oh, say less. I'm in.
You know what? I'll just give you my wife's number so you can call and yell at her after watching this. Or during watching this.
I'm going to call her halfway through.
Yeah. You're going to throw a blue brick, and then it's going to land on the roof.
I am here for all of your questions. I think I'm probably one of like 5 human beings on this planet that actually likes Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
There's not very many.
It's like watching Martha's Pearls all over that alleyway.
No.
I'd much rather see that story over and over again than rewatch this movie.
I would rather take Thanksgiving over watching Martha Wayne get shot again and again and again, because at least this one's going to be interesting.
Martha Wayne and those fake pearls. Fake pearls.
Pearls.
All right. For everyone, for all the guys in the chat who may or may not know this, but an actual pearl necklace, there's a little knot in between every individual pearl. So if it breaks, you might lose 1 or 2 at most. Pearls are very precious. You break that, you're not really going to lose anything. Cheap pearls that you get at Claire's in the mall, however, with the elastic and everything.
They still have Claire's?
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Icing in the mall? I don't know.
No, icing is where I go to put stuff in my cookies. Anyway.
I don't know. Any cheap tween jewelry store in, insert Mall of America here or there.
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic does not have a pearl necklace like that. I guarantee it.
I'm sure if you look hard enough, you could find it.
I'm willing to bet if we look on their website right now, we will not find a pearl necklace. Right now, Google it. I bet you both films.
Oh, God.
If I'm right, you have to watch the sequel too. If I'm wrong, you get out of watching Thanksgiving this time. You will not find white pearl necklace like that. No, you have to type in Hot Topic.
I
Mark.
did.
Go on their website.
I'm going on there.
It's like you don't know how to Google anymore.
I'm old.
You're old.
Oh, Universal
No.
Pearl Necklace.
That's not a string of pearls, though. Doesn't count.
You said a pearl necklace. You didn't
No.
specify what kind of necklace.
Oh my God, you were totally
Martha
cheating
Wayne
the
did not
system.
have an actual pearl
She
necklace.
had a
This is
string
not.
of pearls.
This is not a
She
pearl
had a
necklace.
string of pearls. Oh my God, show her the image. Okay, we need a judge in this. We need a judge in this.
It is a pearl necklace. A pearl.
A pearl.
The fuck is that, Mark?
It's one pearl that could almost be an opal for how big it is and how gaudy it is. That is not a string of pearls. Martha Wayne wore a string of pearls. Martha Wayne's not rocking that.
You know what?
She's not wearing that to the movies.
You're right, because this is more expensive than what she had on her neck.
And how expensive is it? $10.50.
That's too much.
Oh, it's Steven Universe too. It's a Steven Universe pearl necklace on Hot Topics website.
I told you I could find a pearl necklace on Hot
But
Topic.
it's not a string of pearls. Okay, judge. Impartial judge.
Okay, so unbiasedly, when I think of Martha Wayne's pearl necklaces, I don't
Wait a minute.
think of like
Did you
like a
find a
pendant.
string of pearls? Oh, fuck.
Huh?
He found a string of pearls
found a string of pearls
on Hot Topics website.
No way. Oh my
Sure
God.
did.
He found a string of
Found a
pearls.
string of pearls on Hot Topics website.
Okay, you don't have to watch Thanksgiving this time.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna hear it in the background.
Yeah, probably.
God damn it.
Congratulations.
Actually, this is what Bruce got her. I knew it. He went to Hot Topic first.
Wait, is that a safety pin?
Yes, it is.
It's a string of pearls with a safety pin. Who's rocking that?
Martha
It-
Wayne.
It's a pearl choker.
Did he give her the safety pin before or after she died?
Hmm.
That got dark.
Well, I don't know. Because, like, what is he gonna do? I gotta click the safety pin on her.
So this pearl necklace is $9.90. Martha Wayne, we know your secrets, girl.
I told you I'd
This
find
is why
it.
she turned into the Joker.
Because Thomas wouldn't get her real
Because
pearls.
Thomas wouldn't get her real pearls, so that's why she became the Joker.
Also, look, there is another one with a safety pin. It's the Joker pieced it back together after he spewed it all over the alleyway.
Joe Chill.
Anyway,
It
at
has
this
a
point, I think they're asking us to make fun of that. I really think I think it's not a serious thing anymore. I think it's fun to laugh at.
It's official. Thomas Wayne loves Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Goodness.
Wow. That is the cinematic pearl necklace right here. Look at all those pearls.
You motherfucker. That's like a collar. Remember those like old school like the collar necklaces that became a thing for like a hot second?
I do.
They have one of those.
But then when you're watching the movie, there's so many that come off.
That's a necklace, yeah.
Lace collar.
Yeah.
It's not even. I wouldn't even call that a necklace.
It's a necklace apparently.
But
Like
that's how many pearls fell off her neck. I'm serious. I'm gonna stop. I already found it, so I don't have to watch it. Haha.
okay. Why are you ha-haing? I like the movie.
There's so many things I can take. So many. I'd much rather be back in
You
the
still
box.
need to come up with the next week's thing.
Oh, I do?
Remember?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you said you were gonna pick the next one after this.
Okay.
Ha.
Carson,
I have the real thing, Carson. It's all good.
I'll be there at 1 a.m.
All I'm saying is, if my chain breaks, I'm only gonna lose one pearl.
She's gonna have the real.
My
pearls.
shit's real.
I'm not even going to tell you where I might win.
Well,
Gold
I know
member.
where Chris's
I
mine
gave them
went.
the option of gold member. I did.
Because I like gold. Gold.
I don't know why, but the spy who shagged me is still like the one for me out of the Austin.
The one
Powers.
Austin Powers one.
Wait,
Every year at Christmas, or it would have been yesterday, when my mom's side of the family, like all of our extended family gets together and we do our Ukrainian Christmas, Polish Christmas, and we do, instead of traditional gift giving, we do white elephant games every year.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
a couple of years ago,
I said that's awesome. Keep going.
Yeah, no, I think what's that? White elephant. So we do white elephant. Everything is gag gifts or something you're trying to get away or give away or get rid of. And a couple of years ago, someone brought in a mini-me replica. Like a life-sized mini-me.
Oh gosh.
I think I'd be playing my steel on that. And
yes!
that's
So
awesome.
mini-me has been the coveted prize of the evening for years. But the catch with mini-me is that, every year you have to bring him back. He is not yours to keep forever. You get him it's like divorced parents passing around their kid. You get him for a year, and then you bring him back. And you take photos with him, or you take him on vacation. It's like Flat Stanley. And you put him back in his little box, and you pass him around. And I haven't seen him in 2 years now, so next year when he comes on back, we're going to know what happened to Mini-Me.
Mini-Me's got some stories to tell you.
He's got some stories to tell. But at the end of the evening, people, he would be the one that everyone wanted. So, people would be shaking up and trying to bargain, push off their, hey man, I'll give you $5 if I can take him home with you, stuff like that. So I don't know where he's at. I don't know what
I'm
he's
going to tell you right now, you need to come to this family event with a full bottle in hand.
Yes,
bottle with the bow tie on it. And just look, this entire bottle right now, you give me Mini-Me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, family get-togethers, I don't care how much you love your family, alcohol, always a good thing.
It makes it 10 times better.
Always. So just bring a full bottle.
If you get through a family gathering sober, I have so much respect for you.
Actually, my family hands you the bottle, but it's okay.
Yeah.
All 30 of them.
What was it? Your stepdad got a collection of whiskeys.
Oh, yeah.
And your mom was trying to convince me to take one of those bottles home with me. And the entire time, Doug's like, that was my present, though. He's like, that was my present. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's like, well, why are you trying to give away one of my drinks?
Uh-huh.
A drink. The whole bottle, a drink.
A drink, the whole bottle.
They're this size.
The way. This is the way.
This is the way. I have an uncle on my mom's side who we had a very small, intimate Christmas gathering. It's her only brother, and he spends a lot of time with his wife and her or their friends. So we don't really see them at family events. He decided to make an appearance this year. How I know that? He took me aside into another room and pulled out this bottle of Cooper Hawk wine. And he's like, all right, I'm going to teach you how to open a wine bottle. So he took me motion by motion through opening the bottle of wine, marched me into the other room, and maybe announced if anyone would like white wine. Held up the bottle like this. Did one of these. And then I went about the rest of my holiday, and he didn't speak to me for the rest of the evening.
Well?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. She's like, all right, cool. Thanks, kid. I was like, all right.
He knows he's got a wine Sherpa from now on.
Yes.
Anytime he makes the choice to actually commingle with the family, he's got a wine Sherpa. He just needs to find you. That's why. Got a wine
There you
Sherpa.
go. I guess that's my my new job.
Yeah, it's better than making drinks for your mom, even though you're underage.
At least she finally stopped calling you Mackenzie.
No, still does.
She still calls you Mackenzie.
Yep.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does.
Mark.
She, his mom trained him, or at least tried to train him to carry a tray around with drinks.
It's
her only son, mind you.
Okay, it's not as bad as
it's not that bad, but it's really funny.
It is funny. It is.
Mackenzie.
Still have no idea where the hell that came from.
3 sisters.
Yeah.
And 1 boy.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading this really terrifying article.
About what?
A new strain of drug-resistant malaria has sprung up in Africa.
New malaria just dropped?
And
I'm sorry, but the way you said it sounded like, what, that new CD just dropped? It's on iTunes.
That new malaria
What?
just dropped.
I'm sorry, this is the way you said it.
The sense of drugs kind of scary. Yeah,
That is scary.
it's just malaria.
It's just malaria.
It's malaria.
It's just malaria.
I mean, you may not survive, but it's just there.
Dude, I've never had malaria, but I got bit by a recluse once, and I thought I was gonna die.
Ooh, those things are scary.
I still have the scar. It's
Bragging
not good.
Yeah, those things are scary
not
when they make
good.
it up to Alaska and they become really big, and you can hear them crawling across the floor. It's okay. They have no predators.
What?
In Alaska, they get so big.
Because there's no enemies to kill them. So then, literally, they like. I remember once in the cabin, you just hear, and it's a recluse crawling across the floor. But then the best part about it is there are no any venoms up there because they are not native to that
They're
state.
invasive.
They're very invasive. So if you get bit, you're SOL. It's okay. It's only like an hour flight from where I was to any main part of anywhere.
Dude, I got bit and I got so
Which
many
actually is a
shots.
lovely background.
I got
of the stream.
so many shots from it, and I had stuff that I had to take after for like weeks after, and my veins turned black.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Still can't
Black.
climb walls.
I know. I got bit by a spider, and the son of a bitch didn't even give me superpowers.
I was just gonna ask when your powers kicked in and when you started like having your spider senses.
Dude, I would have really appreciated that, but no.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
All I got was a stupid scar.
You know what?
Yeah.
That means we're gonna have to put you through Deadpool situation. Put you in the tube for a few hours.
Put you in the tube for a few hours.
Cat's gonna go in the tube.
It wasn't radioactive. No, it wasn't from Chernobyl. Sorry.
That would have been super cool.
A radioactive spider.
Radioactive spiders, like I'm for it. Why not?
If it gave me powers.
That'd be super bad.
He probably would.
Like,
If there's
super-
anything else that can happen,
Dude,
Like-
I got all the bad parts about being bit by a spider. I didn't get the superpowers or the cool costume or the comic book series written after me at all. Okay. All this stuff that could have happened. Okay, I could have been a pillar of Marvel. Okay.
You could have been.
I mean, a diehard DC fan here. 100% a DC girl. But you know what? I could have been the
Who would have
first
ever guessed?
real DC spider hero.
Why doesn't DC have a spider hero?
Because Tarantula raped Nightwing.
Oh.
Oh. Oh yeah, that did happen.
Nightwing 93.
Why am I eating M&M's?
Shout out to Chad because it's one of his favorite comics.
That really, you could tell me a lot of things about Chad, and I don't think that would be a surprise that you told me that would be.
I gave him that book, and he was so excited about it. That's his favorite comic.
Chad.
It's a minty fresh 9.8, not graded, but I mean, like, this thing is gorgeous.
Ooh, I'm gonna see.
Nothing is wrong with this book. It's gorgeous, except the rape that happens.
The rape scene that happens.
Other than the interior part,
yeah,
the covers and everything's gorgeous.
It's still better than
I'm
necklace.
What did you say? It was Nightwing 93?
Nightwing 93. That's one of those books that ever since like Chad pointed it out to me, whenever I see it for like super cheap, I always pick it up just because I think it's hilarious.
Oh, this is really cool cover art. Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
And like I love the Bat family, so like I collect it anyway. Which by the way, as unfortunate as it sounds, not the only time Nightwing's ever raped in comics.
No, yeah, I knew.
And not by the only other character.
See,
I'm trying to get more into that now.
I was
don't know.
Is that really what happens to Nightwing?
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Is that why he
He's so
dies
distraught.
Is that why he dies in the VR game that we're playing?
You let him die.
No.
You let him die.
I did not.
You did too.
I did not.
So we just got a VR headset for
So-
Christmas.
so I'm playing
It was
Batman
our couple's
VR.
gift to each other, and he's playing Batman VR. He lets our boy Dick Grayson die.
He's recreating the scene. It already
You
happened.
let him die. I blame you.
It's
Our
part of the
firstborn
game.
died because of you.
Oh my gosh.
Dick Grayson, our boy, died.
Hey, are they still doing the are they still working on that live action Nightwing? Oh shit!
There's a YouTube series.
Nightwing is set to appear in the Batman 2022 in a supporting role or cameo before appearing in its own film. Wow, that better happen. I didn't say that live on stream.
I don't want that.
You don't want that?
I don't want that.
You don't want that?
Because I don't want him attached to Robert Pattinson.
Drake Bell.
It's Batman.
I want Drake. Why
Wait,
would
Drake
they want?
Bell?
No, Drake Bell ditched the country.
Yeah, isn't he
He's now
Canadian?
No, he went to Mexico.
I went to Mexico. Why did he go to Mexico?
Yeah, he's now Drake Campagna, which is just Bell in Spanish.
Dude. So
I'm serious.
Drake Bell's career was an all-time high, and then he got hit by a drunk driver
Shit.
when he was like literally on the sidewalk. This drunk driver like went and just rammed him, right?
Oh,
And he ended up having to get his jaw wired shut. And he was hospitalized for like 8 or 9 months or whatever. Couldn't move at all. Lost so much weight, was so sick and everything. His entire career has basically tanked since then.
That's
and it's just
horrible.
been a struggle bus. Because he was at an all-time high with Nickelodeon. He was starting to get his music out there and everything. He was starting to tour. And then that happened.
So then are you sure it was an accident?
And it's just like ever since, it's like he has not been able to pick up his career ever since. I just know that because I used to have a huge crush on Drake Bell from Drake and Josh show.
Yeah.
But like,
He's a good-looking guy.
he was a really good-looking guy.
One of my friends, my lifelong friends, he passed away a couple of years ago, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
he was a great guy. He ended up opening for Drake Bell when he was touring as a musician.
Okay.
And yeah, he got to play the Eagles Club up in Milwaukee. He went through the Midwest with them. It was really, really cool to see. And he was just like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Drake's a very genuine individual. I really, really liked hanging out with him. And it was really neat to watch him go out there and play with Drake Bell,
Nice.
Hey, Batgirl's getting a film.
I think everyone's getting a film.
Thank God. We need more Batman.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't know if I need.
Even Inflatable Sharks.
Supergirl.
Inflatable Sharks is getting a film. But Birds of Prey.
How do
did
we
Huntress
feel
wrong.
about Birds of Prey?
It did Huntress wrong.
Yes.
It did Cassandra Cain wrong.
Awful. God awful. Too filthy.
I like Harley Quinn. She's Margot Robbie. She's a fun Harley Quinn. I wasn't sure how I felt about Black Canary.
Bad.
But
I didn't like this Black Canary.
you know what? For what she was given, I think the actress did an okay job.
Yeah.
For what she was given, she did an okay job. Still not my Black Canary, but she did a good job for what she was given. Here's the thing.
Well, then
this film
where's Green Arrow?
just I know exactly, right? But this film
They just
butchered one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, Huntress, my girl. So I grew up watching all the DC animated stuff, and one of my big ships came out of Justice League Unlimited, Huntress in the Question.
Mhm.
Personally, I want to see a live action The Huntress and Vic Sage's The Question teaming up together in order to stop some mob bosses or something cool like
That would be
that.
fun.
And let's not bring back the girl from Birds of Prey. Let's not. Let's cast people based on the animated film, on the animated shows.
I would like to see Gotham City Sirens.
I would.
I would like to see, but I want that, like you were just saying, based on these animated films. I don't mind Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I think, isn't she like the first live action Harley Quinn?
No.
No? Okay.
Tara Strong.
Oh my God, you're right.
Strong
yes.
played Harley Quinn in a Suicide Squad episode of Arrow. However, they cut her scene.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Also, The Dark Knight.
That was also cut.
Uh-huh. There is Harley Quinn in there. I think she's in one of the deleted scenes.
For Dark Knight?
Okay. She's not actually ever titled as Harley Quinn. It's untitled. It's untitled like henchman or henchwoman but it's never he puts her face in this deleted scene. He puts this female clown themed henchman. He puts her face in between his hands and she smiles up at him and he just turns her head and then he just like, go on, go play.
He's like, go.
He's like, go.
And then she runs off giggling and then...
Like, here's the thing. She doesn't wield a bat. She doesn't wield a mallet. She doesn't have pigtails at all.
But it's still...
All we have to go on is the fact that she's blonde and she is a clown henchman.
She was developing into
Harley.
Pigtails.
Harley.
She was still being a psychiatrist. You're looking these pictures, aren't you?
She's still.
I am looking at pictures up. I am.
But yeah,
it's there.
I know. I see it. I'm so interested.
It is there.
I am such a baby.
It never happened though. It never happened though. Heath Ledger passed away. So
he did. That's very tragic.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
legend.
You saw.
Chris Barrett, is she in black?
I wore black. Okay. I wore black for 2 months after Heath Ledger died as a teenage girl. I mourned him. Okay, I was mostly for like 10 Things I Hate About You, Heath Ledger, but I mourned him as a teenage girl, with a lot of hormones.
Not the Wonderful World of Whatever Emporium.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Panakis's... The one where they had everyone come into.
But that's... the movie he died while filming.
Yeah, he lost his shit.
Yeah.
Did a lot of drugs.
That was a big acid trip. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Not that I know anything about acid, but I'm sure that's what it'd be like.
Is that going to be your choice for the next thing?
Sure.
You need to figure out what the title is then of that film. Because I don't remember it. I just know it's really long. And it's got Jude Law in it. I do like Jude Law.
I love Jude Law. Okay.
My phone just died.
Oh, okay.
Anywho.
Something.
But I will tell you. No, you're thinking of the Toy Shop movie.
I'm not.
You're not thinking of the title that you're saying is based on that Toy Shop movie and not the one when they're in the air balloon that he was a part of that had Jude Law and Johnny Depp and all these other actors like piece in
Colin
to try
Farrell,
to like, Colin Farrell was one of them.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about though. So the last film
wait. Is it, you said Hot Air Balloon? Is it around the world in 80 days or whatever?
No. So he, God, I can't think of the name of it at all. All right, Chris, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to look up Heath Ledger's IMDb and look up his last film. So it was like some crazy film. The second I hear the name of it, I'm going to know 100% it's it.
Here, hold on.
But, yeah, Jude Law's in it.
Imaginarium of Dr. Paneris.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
It's got...
that movie
oh my god,
that movie is crazy.
Homer, Heath Ledger, Andrew Garfield.
Heath Ledger dies. and the film wasn't finished yet. So a number of different actors decided to step into that role in order to fulfill certain scenes for him to finish the film, so that the film would see its light of day.
That's very cool.
And it was like this person had like a week to spare. This person had 2 weeks. This person had like a day. And it was literally like, I think there's a good like 5 or 6 actors playing that one role.
But then they explain how it all changes.
It's crazy. And I haven't seen that film in so many years.
I know.
But it's a solid film from what I remember.
Yep.
I'm down to watch it. I'm down to check it out.
It's going to be better than Thanksgiving.
Oh, I know it's going to be a better film than Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
There's no argument of that. We already discussed how bad Thanksgiving is. But yes, Thanksgiving, going blind. And remember, if you're mad at me, you can come on here and just curse me out next episode.
I'm just going to click in. There's going to be no grading. It's just going to be me screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Or you're just going to straight up ghost her. She's going to send you messages on IG chat, and then you're going to be like, scene 40.
Back turkey emoji.
You're just going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't see it. It's not working. Oh,
are you trying to send me messages?
You're going to say, link not working.
Don't give me ideas, though.
I will make Chad call your mom, okay? He does that. He calls moms.
Oh, no.
What is Chad going to do to my mom?
Chad spoke to my mom on the phone in Chicago. And mind you, I'd had a YouTube for like over 2.5 years at that time. Mm-hmm. My mom never had an interest in checking out any of my stuff, never subbed any of it, didn't even create a YouTube account, had never seen anything that I'd been a part of, right? But she knew I did all that, right? She had one conversation with Chad, and as soon as I get home, it's, well, how do I sign up for YouTube? Well, how do I do this? Well, I need to be subbed to the Comic Core. I was like, what about me? I'm your child. She got more upset with me because I hadn't subbed her to the Comic Core versus checking out my nonsense that I was a part of. And when I was at Baltimore, she called me up at the con floor and yelled at me because Chad wasn't on the thing enough.
Yeah,
that's her bestie at this point. Oh, I'm telling you, Chad is a flirt, okay? Chad is a complete nonsensical flirt, okay? I was at Baltimore when he was trying to get power and internet for the booth.
I remember you said that he was hitting on all these people.
He was hitting on everyone right and left. Didn't matter.
That's okay. He got all the Teamsters to talk to him.
Dude, the Teamsters were like best. Yes, the mob were like best friends with Chad by the end of this. Okay, they had like a secret handshake almost.
Oh no.
Okay, you would have thought he was like a tapped guy.
So to get internet at Baltimore Comic Con was originally $1,000. To have lights on your booth was an extra $200 per light.
Yep. Not to mention, you were all supposed to pay people to carry the stuff to your booth. You were not to set up your own or carry your own stuff.
That's definitely Baltimore. And then, yeah, he's like, the next thing we know, this person's setting up an Ethernet cable. It's like, oh, and here's all the Wi-Fi passwords so you guys can stream.
We had several so that we wouldn't clog up our Wi-Is and slow down our streaming capabilities.
No, like the dude literally brought us a sheet of paper that had like 20 different Wi-Fi passwords.
And said if we needed anything else to let him know.
The next thing we know, the day of the con, there's like 9 security guards. They all pull Chad aside and like make a little circle around him. I was like, oh God, he's going to die. That's going to be like Chicago. We're going to watch somebody just die.
No. We're all watching. I was like, you guys need to go get Chad. And I'm looking at Drew, I'm looking at Carson, I'm looking at Legend, I'm looking at Mark. I'm like, you guys need to go get Chad. You need to go get Chad. And he's like, no. He's like, he's on his own. I walk over there thinking like, oh God, I'm gonna die. And I'm like slowly just walking over there thinking like, okay, well, like I'm not that big. I'm not that imposing of a figure. They won't hit me, right? Walked right up, and I think this guy is gonna swing on Chad, but instead pulls him into a hug, like one of those weird bro hugs.
Yeah.
And then they're all bro hugging. And I was like, what just happened? Like, I thought they were going to kick the shit out of him right then and there, but it turned into a bro hug situation. And I don't know what he said to them.
But they never gave us crap ever since.
They did not, no.
And we could literally almost get anywhere on that con floor. It was great.
So next con, when you guys bring me into the Comic Core little circle.
Oh, you're already there.
You're there. You just need to like actually like physically meet everybody.
Yeah, okay.
Like, and I'll tell you right now, I was a part of the core a good year plus before I actually met everyone at like C2E2 and everything.
Really?
Like,
Am I a part of the core?
Yes. Yes, you're a part of the core. Dude.
You
have your own show on here. Did you not know? Is it that bad?
Well,
yeah. Which, by the way, we don't tell you when you become a part of the core. We just never let you leave, because that's what happened to me. And I've had more than enough shows.
Or the core?
We're on the core.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're on the core.
We're on the core right now, Mark.
Yeah. See, the moment you enter the stream, doing those awesome readings where it just froze. Remember those?
I do.
Yep,
do remember that.
You were just part of it then.
Never let you leave.
Never let you leave.
I came on one show as a favor to Legend and Midwest Comic Man. And
yes,
I was never allowed to leave from that point on. So, one of us.
It's okay. Also, if you ever want to make Chad feel awkward, hand the phone to me. I will always make him feel super awkward very fast. My gift.
And that doesn't surprise me, though. I feel like he doesn't know how to talk to you one-on-one, even though I know you guys are well acquainted and super tight. Like, if you put you two together, it's like putting the two birds in the same cage and waiting for something to happen.
Well, it's really funny because before this whole pandemic, I was actually supposed to go out and visit to go hunting with him.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really hoping this didn't turn into like a Bush moment.
He wasn't going to shoot you.
It would have been an accident.
Woods.
He wasn't going to shoot you.
It's okay.
I've already discussed with him. I don't want to go through the process of training another one.
You have to.
Yeah, we talked about this.
That's true too.
All right, I got enough invested in this one.
But I did invest in camouflage, and I have a bunch of ghillie suits.
You have so many ghillie suits.
Love my ghillie suits. If it snows anymore, I'm going to have to put that winter one on. Yes, the one that I went skiing in.
They thought the Yeti had come to town.
He's a man of the north in his jacket.
No, it's like full on like suit, headpiece, everything. Like you don't even know that's a human being in there when he wears the ghillie suit.
Like even enough. They even have like a sloth of it about this long to wrap your rifle around with.
Just to tell you, when Swamp Thing first started appearing on the DC streaming service forever ago, when DC Universe was still a thing.
Got so warm.
Mark wore one of his ghillie suits for that. He wore one of the lighter weight ones because it was like super hot and everything outside.
I was still sweating.
But like, it was Cat and Swamp Thing for an episode.
I brought the swamp in the house. That's how badly I was sweating.
Cat and Swamp. Swamp Cat.
If you had
Swamp Cat.
Swamp Cat. It's canon.
Yep, Swamp Cat.
Swamp Cat.
I'm so glad we don't have smell-o-vision yet.
Not yet.
It's not like Swamp Sharks. which is another movie that I'm eventually going to have to make you watch.
Swamp Sharks.
Swamp Sharks.
Just wait until July.
July is a holiday in my household, and everyone hates it except for me. But I make everyone watch shark movies.
There you go. It's Shark Month.
I'm not just talking about like the good shark movies like Jaws 1 and 2, you know, The Shallows, Deep Blue Sea, you know, the original one. Yeah. I'm talking about Nightmare Shark.
Oh, man.
House Shark.
House Shark 2.
There's not a House Shark 2. If there was a House Shark 2, I'd be all over that.
Actually, no, House Shark is pretty bad.
House Shark is fantastic. It's so bad it comes through the toilet at one scene. It's really, really messed up.
This sounds absolutely wicked. I cannot wait for July. It's gonna be Shark Week every day.
Oh no!
Every week.
Keep on listening to terrible shark movies. There's more.
All right. The Mission of the Sharks. Planet of the Sharks. Empire of Sharks was one.
Oh, we're still trying to find the Sky Sharks.
Sky Sharks Sky Sharks is the one that got away. It's the one that got away.
Because
Sky Sharks was originally, I think it was like a Kickstarter or some kind of weird campaign film. It was created, but you can't find it anywhere.
Oh no, it exists. It's like $60 to get it imported from Germany.
I found it, yeah. It was, and then it was from a really like non-reputable site, and I was just kind of like, you know what? I would pay the $60 if I at least knew I'd actually be getting something. But it's like, I don't think this is actually gonna send me anything. But yes, Sky Sharks opens up with a scene where there's a kid talking about how they're scared about flying. And then they look out the window and there's a literal fucking Nazi shark.
We need to watch it. My mission is to find Sky Sharks.
If you find Sky Sharks, I will kiss you on the mouth.
Cool. Mark, just don't be jealous.
But Sky Sharks is the one that got away. I can't even tell you.
Oh, wait.
For the last 3 years.
Black Swan.
How much I've been looking for Sky Sharks. It's impossible to find. To where you can actually watch it, find it, stream it, what have you.
And actually Carson was when he found it originally too.
Yeah, Carson sent me the promo for it, the trailer for it.
Because we were looking for sharks on a plane, everything.
It looks so bad and it looks so crazy, and it's Nazis controlling sharks that can fly.
Actually, I don't think sharks on a plane actually exist, but that's the closest thing.
It's basically sharks
on a plane.
It's basically sharks on a plane because the shark flies through the plane. But that's just what we've seen of it. But
it's still a question of etiquette. Do you pass with the crotch or the
found it?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Are you kidding?
Let me see.
Link. We need
Does it actually work?
Let me see if the link works.
Okay. I'll quit.
Let me see if the link works.
I'll sit patiently.
Holy shit, did I do it? Oh. Come on, baby, load. Stop it.
Does it work?
I think I found it.
Are you kidding?
I think I found it.
Is it Christmas?
Hold on.
Is this a Christmas miracle?
I think it might be a Christmas miracle.
It's like a power.
It's a Christmas miracle on January 4th.
Chris Barrett says he found it on YouTube.
No, it's not.
Chris, come into my moment. I really think I found it.
You think you found it? Is it gonna give my laptop a bunch of viruses?
No.
Okay.
This is a pirate site that I use.
Oh, okay. Are the Russians coming for you because you're trying to watch Sky Sharks? Did they know? Annie, are you safe? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
The German Sky Shark is outside my window.
Wait.
Are you okay, Annie?
I am. Thank you.
Gosh, Katie, did you really just do that?
I did.
Shut up. It's called Thin Air. Katie, I found it.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I am 100% serious.
Dude, send me a link.
All right, I'm gonna do that right now. No.
Oh my god. Okay. You might
love how
have
you
a
said-
reaction video of me crying.
I still love how you said
Oh,
I said side-eye pirate, and then the next thing you know, the government's kicking in your door.
All right, hold on. I'm sending you the link over Instagram right now.
Okay.
Instagram's good. You found it.
My phone's plugged in the other room.
Where is
It's
it in
dying.
the other room?
It's in our room.
It's in our room?
Yeah, it's plugged into my charger.
It's so far away.
Go get it.
I've gone too far.
Mark, please.
This is like going to White Castle all over again.
Please. White Castle's food's nasty anyway. Please.
It's better when you buy the suitcase and don't share it with anybody.
Mark, please.
Sky Sharks.
I gave you the rest of my drink I was making.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Amazing. Oh, I think I'm having a food baby.
You might be having a food baby, hun.
Oh,
Why are
congratulations.
you opening the fridge? I need my phone. Thank you. Okay. He opened the fridge for a second. I don't know why. I just heard the fridge opening.
Right.
Oh my god.
It should be going through.
I'm so excited. This is like a Christmas present. I feel like a kid on Christmas.
This is my gift to you.
Well, thank you. I'm so excited. I don't
Okay, I'm gonna
understand how
try-
excited I am. Is it there?
I don't know. I can't figure out
Give me
your
my
phone.
Really?
I unlocked it, but that was it.
Well, at least you remember our anniversary.
Is that the date?
Yes. My unlock passwords are our original anniversary
There you go.
from forever ago. So at least he knows our anniversary. It says you're typing.
We restrict certain activity to protect our community. I'm going to put it in the StreamYard private chat link
Okay.
because Instagram will not let me do it. There it is.
Yes. Clicking it. Boom.
It's going to give you a couple of pop-up ad windows to go through, but other than that,
Sky Sharks. Oh. What? Annie, you do love me.
I do.
You do love me.
Uh,
Oh. When did you get a cupcake?
that's why he was in the fridge.
Wait, what?
Did you forget that you picked up the cupcake?
There's a cupcake in his hands.
Just like when I pulled M&M's out of the couch.
Mark is hungry.
I seriously pulled M&M's out of the couch cushions.
You know what?
No. To be fair, they're in a bag.
I heard you say that one point, and I wanted to make sure that I heard you right, so I let you keep going.
Mark has little hiding places for his snacks sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate when our animals also find these hiding places. Because then typically I have to clean up cat or dog vomit somewhere.
It's not as bad as the shrimp chips.
That's true.
Actually, those
Shrimp
are
chips are
really
actually
good.
pretty-
They're good.
They're very
You
good.
can't have them.
Shrimp
I'm
chips are very
allergic.
good. Oh no. Are you allergic
Sheila-
to all seafood or just shrimp?
Okay, so shellfish, sea sponges, sea salt.
Wait a minute. How did you discover your allergy to sea sponges?
A facial, a very bad facial.
Oh, I
And
see.
I ended up having to go to the hospital over it.
Who's running around your room?
A
My sister-
gremlin.
A gremlin has picked my lot.
Oh.
Hey, gremlin.
You got it exactly. It's the Sky Sharks. It's the Russians here to take me.
The Russians are coming for Annie.
And actually, Annie, I do remember this site that you sent. It's been such a long time though since I've used it.
I found it.
I didn't even know they still existed.
It's still there.
I mean, it's almost as bad as Aries.
Oh,
Do you remember Aries?
Annie.
I don't remember Aries.
No, that's a really old
The
one.
gremlins are talking to you, Annie.
The gremlin. They
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Technical difficulty is here. Isn't that bad, folks?
So this is the part of the show where we just lip in what she's saying. So I just found a really awesome movie for Kat. See,
I know.
like,
I know. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a hot makeout sesh. No, probably not. She's married. No.
I hope you know we're not muted at her end. I'm pretty sure
I know
she can
she's
still
probably
hear us.
laughing hysterically. Internally.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly.
Internally. It's all good. It's still really funny.
It is. So you could hear everything we were saying, right?
that you were saying?
Yeah.
Yes. I totally heard it.
Oh my gosh. Yep. I'm excited about Sky Sharks.
No, Sky Sharks is gonna be great. I heard Mark talking about the older website, and then my sister just walked in and she's like, "I have no respect for your boundaries." And I was like, "Cool, please knock next time." And she's
That's
like,
what siblings are there for.
I know. But at the same time, like I do the same thing to her, but at the same time, if you see me try to do something, I'm talking to someone, it's kind of an inherent thing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Mark, those sites are still up and running. Like they're updated whenever I need to watch something that I don't have like a subscription to, or I can't go to the theater and watch it, I'll pull it up on there.
Well, okay. I almost thought about doing Plex, but then that's kind of hard to figure out sometimes. And then I had Cody for a little bit, and then that totally got shut down fast. Like, real fast.
Yeah.
Still kind of have it, but I don't want to use it. Just because Alexa will know.
She'll know.
Just gonna know.
She's a narc.
But then yeah, there was Aries, and then there's the one with the frog. There's a torrent site. Fuse.
I tried to torrent the Gargoyle animated series when I was in school. And I gave my computer a really bad virus, and I had to pay a whole bunch of money to get it all removed. So, yeah, I stopped using those sites after that.
I remember
all for gargoyles.
It's worth it. My first and only pirating scare, my torrent scare. So I really wanted to watch Guardians of the Galaxy again when it first came out. And I didn't want to, so I did the thing, where you go on the torrent site, type it in, and I clicked on the first link that I saw. Like I didn't know. Yeah. See, Mark, I clicked on.
You gotta look and know.
I was a total dumbass. So I clicked on that one. And it got through, how it does, like the thing where it'll go through like the opening, the studio credits, and then for some reason it always plays 21st Century Fox. And I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right. Then my screen froze. It was like, register or pay $300 to your local Walgreens. And I will unlock the frozen screen. And I couldn't escape. I couldn't get out of it. So I'm freaking out. I just got this laptop too.
Oh, no.
Oh,
So I was like, oh my God, I just got this laptop. I broke it already. I got to go pay a bunch of money. I got to go to Walgreens. I got to go. I was like 15 years old, losing it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put my laptop away where I can't see it. If I can't see it, it can't see me, and I can't see that fine that I have to pay. So I put it in my desk as like a drawer that pulls out. So I put it in that, and I didn't really look at it for a couple of days. And a couple of days pass. My dad comes up to me and he goes, hey, how's your new laptop? You like your new laptop? And I go, oh, it's great. Thanks so much. I love it. Love. My mom's like, you like your new laptop? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I do. Thank you. I'm like, why don't we see you using it ever? Why are you never on the laptop? And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't
have $300 to pay Walgreens.
And I'm like, what's going on? I was like, oh my God, I'm crying and I'm having a panic. I'm freaking out. I'm losing it. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They're going to come find me. And, you know, to them, this was the funniest thing on earth. They're both laughing. They're having a great time making fun of me. My dad goes, "You want to learn how you can get out of this?" And I was like in hysterics. I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And he goes, "Okay." And he holds down the power button, turns it off, waits a little bit, 30 seconds or whatever, turns it back on. Good as new.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least it's not as bad as, oh gosh. Click the link. 1,000 windows instantly open up, all trying to find files that were like temporary files, and then immediately started digging and putting files on the computer. I was like, oh god. Yeah.
Well, you beat me.
And then the next thing I know, the computer overheat, and then just blink. Yep. So I got a new
Are you
laptop.
speaking from personal experience here?
Yep. Never doing that again.
That's of you.
Although, like a month later, after I got the hard drive fixed, it works.
Yeah, but it cost you a penny.
Yeah.
Pretty penny.
Yeah.
I know. Mine cost me $1,500 to fix at the time.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot of friggin' money. But I also did not want to tell my mom that I just ruined the laptop that she had just given me. So yeah, that was fun.
Or like the one time where my bedroom windows were open and then it stormed. So then the windows are situated in such a way that if it rains and it's really windy, it turns into like a cyclone effect of rain in the room.
Didn't you also have ants in that laptop?
We don't talk about that.
He spilt peanut butter or like jam or something
on the laptop.
Somehow got ants that would come out of the laptop.
Okay, it doesn't sound as bad as it is.
No,
so
it really
bad.
was. It really was.
Were these like living ants?
Yes.
Fried ants.
No, these were living ants. These were like ants that lived there that came out to like try to fight you if you were trying to use the laptop.
Just because I set the laptop by the window, and you know how that.
It got ants. It was like that Archer episode where he's explaining how you get ants. That is how you get ants, Mark. That's how you get ants.
That is like the Archer episode.
But
that's how you get ants.
It's only that only happened once. Yeah. It has not happened again.
That's true, because you keep your laptops inside, and I never open up windows.
This is why we are so pale.
You've got your daylight to keep you vibrant.
We have daylight, the darkness windows and everything, the coverings and everything.
No.
Yeah, we do.
No, they're 100% darkening.
We do.
It's okay.
We got a projector in this room. I like the better quality.
Even though it's really funny because the projector that I got for this room, you can open up an entire sunroom and still see it on the wall.
I'm light sensitive, Mark.
Get those heavy curtains, the blackout curtains.
Mm-hmm. They look nice with the room too.
Are we keeping you up?
Roasting in my room.
Okay, then move it.
Okay.
Okay, Mark, go move that.
I'll move it.
And here's yours. No, at least they look good with the room. I mean, like, I know forever ago, it used to be that all of the darkened curtains all looked a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just like a liner that's on a certain side of the curtain. And the curtain itself looks like whatever you want it to be.
Oh, wow.
So the ones in here look really nice. They're like a knit finish to them. And now I'm blue for some reason. Hi, Mark. What are you doing? Oh, okay, we got a ring light over the computer now.
That's a little better.
We could have done that this entire time.
Yep. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, Mark. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Never said I was smart.
This looks better than that other light.
Never said I was smart.
This does look a lot better. It looks a lot more flattering.
See?
I don't look half as much as a ghost as I did before.
It looks like I actually have a tan.
We don't tan.
You don't tan.
I glow in the dark.
You don't
be
tan.
honest here.
No, just because you're
I-
luminescent.
I am-
Anything.
I self-identify as a translucent American.
Are your pronouns night and light?
They are now.
Are you gonna be like the boys, and you're gonna be like that swing that's just in the background, translucent?
I should be. I should be.
Oh man, I forgot that The Boys was even a show for a bit there.
Oh my
After
God.
that season, I was like, oh cool. And then I forgot.
Wow, this does look a lot better.
It
Jeez.
does actually, Mark. This looks so much better
I'm so
than
glad
that
that I found it.
expensive light that you have posted over there.
It's not
It kind of is.
was.
It kind of was. But no, I like this better.
Do you want me to
This
turn it
looks a
back
lot
on? I can turn it back on and face towards you.
No.
Are you sure?
No, I like being able to see.
It can be like that one scene in the movie where they're going towards the sun to restart it. Just stand there and go, "Ah," as the sun is coming at you. What was it called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It sounds like the story of Icarus and the Sun.
It's something, it's very similar. It's similar, but it's modern. But they're going to go restart the sun because it was like getting cold and everything on Earth started dying and blah, blah, blah.
Is it Sunshine or Sunspot?
Sunshine, yes.
Okay, so it stars the guy that's in Red Eye.
And 28 days later.
I know he's in it. I know what you're talking about now, though, because they're going to eject their payload into the sun to restart. That's it's actual term, Mark. Payload.
They're going to inject their payload into the sun.
Get your
after watching
nonsense-
Thanksgiving Day and stuffing everything.
Get your nonsense together. That's an actual term, honey.
It's not as bad
Payload.
as Martha's pearl necklace.
Anywho.
What you can find on Hot Topic.
Mark.
You're welcome.
Any Hoosiers.
So now she's going to be watching Sky Sharks all night.
Probably.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to go to bed tonight. Just heads up.
Don't remind me to... Actually, remind me to turn Nord back on so we can be out of Canada.
It's all about that shrubbery.
Sorry.
Aww.
Aww,
Thank you, Chris.
You know, Connecticut's only like an hour flight. Just saying.
Will you stop harassing him?
You know, Connecticut seems like a very fun state to go visit. It's by the ocean.
It's okay. We're just gonna smuggle Chris to the next con. It's fine.
You're right. He's gonna
If cons ever become a thing again.
I'm sure.
Better? They really
I miss cons. Okay, I
miss
miss
cons.
cons. I know we've talked about cons on here before, but
Oh, we
it's
did find the minivan. We found the ultimate minivan. It was
the
missing.
ultimate minivan.
It was missing the girls' screen on the front. We have candy backwards. It had like two different sided colored doors.
Did you
It was-
really?
Yeah. They're asking
The
they're asking like
kidnappers van?
$500 for it.
The kidnap mobile. We might be having to buy that.
I don't know
Does
if
it
it has.
actually run?
I don't know if it has an engine, but it looks awesome.
I don't know if it has an engine, but it looks awesome. It looks like something you'd kidnap people to, but it looks awesome.
It's okay. If we really need to get going in it, we can have someone in the back playing with one of those xylophones, and we
No.
can stick our feet out the bottom and run as
We're
fast
gonna
as we could.
Flintstones it. I was gonna say we're gonna Flintstones it.
You could. It worked for Fred, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only works downhill.
Yeah.
That's the only downside. I don't know about the brakes, but it only works downhill.
It's not Mark. Connecticut is awful. Oh.
Connecticut can't be that bad.
Is it that bad, Mark? Or Chris? Jesus.
Wow, I'm being replaced already.
He's already being replaced. You didn't even have to die yet.
No.
They were talking about replacing you with Chris. And then Chris assured me it was not just like home stuff. It was just going to be on the stream. So, we don't have to worry about the babies dealing with emotional trauma. I mean, still, but
Yeah, you and your red hair.
It's supposed to be red. It came out blacker.
It did.
Yeah. What color did you want it to like
okay.
a
mahogany?
Like the color of your shirt.
So my hair originally I was going to be dyeing it because I'm a brunette. I can only do a certain number of hair colors without bleaching my hair and just destroying it, right?
Yes. And
I'm not going to do that. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm smart. I don't want straw for hair.
Why not?
Because I like being able to touch soft hair, Mark. It feels nice. I like it. But so I was like, oh, okay. I was going to do purple. It was basically like a jet black with a plum overtone over it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And it was something I'd done before. I really like it. I thought it looked really nice. Chad got really upset in one of the chats. He's like, I really want you to have red hair. He's like, can you just imagine cat with red hair? Da, 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 da. And I was messaging my colorist and everything. I was like, so red? Question mark. And so the closest option would be like this for me. And the pictures and everything, it was supposed to be like this, like actual red, right?
Yeah, like a true red, right?
Like
oh man, I didn't realize.
Like that red, like a this red, like a burnt red, right?
Yes.
Like not a natural red, mind you, but like a
not like a
red,
russet, but like a
maroon. But so did all that and everything. Mind you, my hair was not this dark a few hours ago. And did it and everything. I had it, I'd washed it and everything. It was wet. And I had just some product in it. And I was like, it looks really black. I was like, I understand, because my hair always looks black when it's wet.
Mm-hmm.
Brunette. And I was just like, I'm waiting for the red to show up. And like, it just kind of looked red along the hairline a little bit with a little bit of like residual color. And I was just like, it looks really black, And I'm like attempting to dry it and everything.
I can see it.
There's a slight hue to it, but this is blacker than my plum black is. This somehow, this is 100% a jet black, which I've had before multiple times, which is fine.
Wait a minute. Do you think that somebody switched around the dyes in the store?
Maybe, but this is 100% a jet black with a slight hue to it that's red. This is very
it doesn't look bad,
barely.
That's the thing. It
looks good. It looks good. It does. Big part of it is I refuse to dye my eyebrows. My natural hair color is not as dark as my eyebrows anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like it keeps wanting to come in light, like a light brown now for some reason, which looks stupid on me. So I just keep dyeing it dark.
What you gotta do is get the beard dye where you can have the control over what you dye.
I don't know. I like it. It's soft. It's pretty. It's shiny. It works. It's not red like I thought it was going to be. Like I was even talking to Chad when I was letting like the color
it's
all
soft.
set and everything.
It works.
But
I wake up and it's in my mouth at night. That's
probably
great. No,
probably.
There's no problem.
I'm probably going to wake up and Midnighter's going to be in my hair.
Yeah.
You know why I snore? It's because it's just in my nose.
He's probably going to be sleeping underneath the hair like this.
Oh my gosh, it's 1:30.
Loving it.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Wait, it's actually 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We've been streaming for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we have.
Oh wow, I thought we were only at this for like 2 hours. Sorry.
Time flies when you're having fun.
This is what happens when you have no human contact. When you have little human contact, you hold on to it and you never let it go.
Yes.
That is true. Very
It's
true.
2021, everyone.
Is it?
We need to smile and find something.
No, it's 2022 part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Mark, you just got punked. Come back next week. Just
Shit.
Come back next week.
Come back next week when Mark asks if it's 2021, and then we all go, yeah.
Is it 2021 yet?
No.
Hey, are we there yet?
We all just decided to switch the calendars and not
We
tell
set the
you.
calendar back a year, like the
We
Mayans.
just decided not to tell you.
Like,
You know,
Gotcha.
we even got Alexa in on the joke. You know, it's a whole thing.
Mhm.
yeah, knew it.
It's okay.
I mean, actually,
he trusts that AI more than he does me.
No, I don't.
I don't
Yes,
like
you
those
do.
things. I don't think they're.
She hates me.
I'm gonna download a third-party app called The Third Eye, in which it makes it sound like it's just listening to you all the time. And
She
which it
hates
is.
me.
They probably is listening to you though.
Mean to me.
But I mean, also, if they really want to know where you are and want to listen and hear everything that you're doing,
That's true.
you got this little fun puzzle thing.
They want to
That's my
know
sister's rationale as well.
all of my webtoon search history.
Oh no, it's just
I've been reading a lot of Lore Olympus.
It's just like
I
that.
love Laura
It's
Olympus.
like that.
Yes.
I
Oh my
love
gosh.
Laura Olympus.
Yes.
I
Okay.
love
All right.
Laura
So, little sneak peek into a new segment I'm working on for Cat Run Figures.
Okay.
Cat Run Cafe.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's gonna be my spin on his Be Care Behind the Bar, but for the first episode, I am working on 2 Lore Olympus themed cocktails.
Oh, how cool.
One of them's gonna be off Persephone, the other one's gonna be off Hades. And he stole the drink that I made, like the tester drink I made for Hades. So I'm guessing that's a good sign.
It had blueberries in it. I was hungry.
Are you gonna light? Oh my god. You gotta light the shot or the cocktail on fire for Hades.
We have Everclear, which will do it.
You get some UV Ultra Blue. You get your Everclear.
I actually put UV Ultra.
No.
That's actually in the Hades one. But
Oh,
like
No, wait,
the
no. You
so
had
I went
UV Ultra
shopping.
Blue, and then we also have Blue Red Bull. Yes.
Ooh.
But for the Persephone one, I found everything pomegranate in my town
Okay.
I could possibly
Okay.
find, and I've been trying different concoctions of it, and I think I found something that I like.
Okay.
I just made a rack of ribs.
No, that's a lie. You made 2 racks of ribs.
Yeah. I made myself a rack of ribs. I don't know what you guys are going to eat. It's only 11 pounds.
Oh my gosh. It's really good, by the way.
That's very good. And it's cooked just right where the bone just falls right out. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So it took 3 different stores, but I finally found pomegranate seeds.
Yep.
You definitely need that for Persephone and Hades.
Need that for her. Oh yeah.
The pomegranate seeds, yes.
So the next
Could
thing
not
on the,
find fresh, but what's up?
next thing on the list, coconut.
Why coconut?
An actual coconut.
You're gonna drink a coconut.
No, so then when we're at work, I'm walking around. I
Oh,
want you to
okay.
hit these freaking coconuts together.
So you're galloping like a horse?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh my gosh. All right, so top 5 top 5 webtoons
See, this is
that
where
you're subscribed to.
I'm going to go to bed. You guys can talk.
Let me think.
Good night, Amy.
I can give you my list if that helps.
I'm going to bed.
Good
This
night.
is in no particular order. I'm not going to do one.
Katie, I'll see
Okay.
you. I'll see you in the room in a few hours.
Whenever. You know.
Remember, there's a case of Red Bull right here if you want to stay up all night.
I want to stay up all night. Nah, I still got work tomorrow, or in several hours.
Here's an actual Red Bull so you can stay up all night. You're welcome.
I have alcohol. It's fine.
All right, top 5 webtoons. Lore Olympus, Tower of God, Demon Bitch. Thank you, Chris Barrett.
Yes, Demon Bitch.
Demon
Christy
Bitch. What
Shen.
happened to Christy?
Christy Shen.
What?
Okay, dude. Just tell Chad you want her on. Chad will just annoy the shit out of her until she comes on. And she's super
That's
funny.
what he's good at, though.
He's super funny.
Tower of God, Lore Olympus, Demon Bitch, The Gamer, and not Noblest. I'm gonna say Let's Play.
Okay.
What about yours?
All right, Lore Olympus, because Lore Olympus is the first one that actually got me to check out the platform, because I kept getting super annoyed by all the stupid commercials everywhere, all over YouTube of Lore Olympus, and I was like, it can't be that good. It can't be that good. Mind you, I met my husband in our English mythology course. I love mythology, and I was like, damn it, I have to check it out. Checked it out, loved it, fell in love with it. Sub-Zero.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
Dragons. I know that's the new thing is First Night with the Duke, but I've been excited about that since it first started like premiering on there or whatever. I really love Ripley. The character Lady Ripley on there is really cool. The Remarried Empress is hysterical. So there's a meme, like, you know that meme where you're supposedly looking at something, like you're walking, holding hands with your significant other, and you're like looking over
the shoulder. Yep.
The meme is the thing you're looking at's a bird. And if you've actually read The Remarried Empress, you'll get the whole reference there. But
I've been looking for something new to read, so I mean, I might get on that.
It's hysterical, and definitely I would suggest going through the comment section on The Remarried Empress, because it's hilarious and everyone hates the same character. You're supposed to hate that character though. Demon Bitch, duh.
Christy Shen.
I think I scared her because I commented on like 12 of her different ones in succession on there all at the same time. But I was like, yes. And then what would be my fifth one? Okay. Another one that I think is really funny is The Adventures of God.
Oh.
So The Adventures of God, it's literally like little short snippets of whatever. And one of the funniest things is he explains why, like, in certain faiths, you send people who are, like, let's say homosexual to hell, right? And he literally, the devil calls up God and he's like, quit trying to set me up on blind dates. He's like, stop it. And he's like, but he's so cute though.
Oh my God.
It's so many inappropriate things like that. It mixes like religion with 100% satire. And like some of the jokes do fall a bit flat, but the ones that hit are so funny.
I'll have to get in those. That sounds really good. That sounds like something right up my alley.
Some of it's really funny. Some of it's a little bit like, there's a little uncomfortable. Yeah. But because it does go really deep into religion at certain points, but it's always through a satirical viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, God's a bro apparently in Adventures of God. He's a bro, and he's down for a beer. And there's one episode in it where, because they have like a gajillion episodes on it now, but there's one episode where Jesus just sits down with God and he's like, dude, well, what the fuck was all that about? And he's like, dude, tequila is a hell of a drink. That's all he had to say to his son. He's like, what was all that about? Like trying to have a full-on conversation. And he's like, tequila is a hell of a drink. And it just ends. It just ends like that.
I gotta read this. This sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds super creative on theology, especially Catholic theology. And yeah, it sounds like something really, really good.
Oh my gosh. It's good though. There's
It just sounds like
there's a lot on Webtoons. I have other services on my phone that like they're just kind of weird because you have to wait and you have to watch different ads or pay to get into different things. But I will tell you, like, Webtoons, you can pay in advance to jump ahead to certain issues, or you could just wait a week or a couple days depending on the series. Most of my series, it's like a few days. And it's like, dude, you just you find enough of them that you're interested in, and you get a daily alert on your phone, and you got 2 or 3 things to read, and you're good. I just kind of wait until my phone pings with the new Webtoons thing, and I'm like, hey, that's cool.
I'm down for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for that. I really got to get back on that. I've been looking for something new to read, and I kind of want to expand my horizons outside of what I'm comfortable with. So I thank you. I will have to look into those because those sound like some really solid recommendations.
There's another one. Have you read Your Throne at all?
I've not.
Okay, Your Throne, I originally started reading as one of those like stupid, if you read X amount of comics in this thing, then you'll earn credits or whatever.
Okay, sure.
So you can skip ahead and everything. And my thing is, I totally cheat the system. So I just pull up the comic. I don't even look at my screen.
You scroll ahead, then you go back.
I just keep scrolling until I'm done with that episode, and then I'll get the credit for that one episode, and I'll just keep doing that until I get whatever the reward is. Totally cheating the system. I fully accept that 100%. But Your Throne was one of those books that I did that too until I started really looking at the art. And I'm like, this art's not that bad though. And then I just kind of was like, I'll go back to the first episode and just read it. And then I read through the entire series thus far. It's 2 possible princesses vying for the affections of a prince. So it's 2 ladies who are trying to marry the prince of this empire. And they ultimately, they switch bodies. They find out that the prince is not who they think he is. There's this whole assassination attempt. And right now the two ladies have to work together. And everyone's trying to kill him. Everyone's out for him. It's this whole thing. It's a total fiasco. And the artwork's gorgeous.
Oh, man. How about that, though?
The artwork in it is gorgeous.
And that's what makes or breaks a really good series.
Honestly, yes.
I understand that like a good series is a compilation of excellent elements put together. But in comics and graphic novels, webtoons, in any visual literacy,
if you can't get into the artwork,
and that's why I think I've fallen flat on so many comics, because I'm like, I don't like this. This is ugly art style, and I'll lose interest 100% because if I can't look at it, I'll be like, whoa, I want to know what happens. Not because I want to read this and know what, sound literate around my comic friends, but because I'm genuinely interested. It's a whole different thing. And with Lore Olympus, I think that just with a very pretty art style.
The use of color in the use of color in Lore Olympus is what first really drew me in.
I love
every single. If you've never actually read Lore Olympus, every single character basically has its own color.
It's by like the association of the Greek god as well, or goddess.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's a reimagining of the taking of Persephone, or the rape of Persephone, if you want to call it that. But the taking of Persephone, way better story to put it as. And at times they do use actual quotes from the stories of Hades and Persephone. And I will tell you, yes, he did technically force her to be his queen, But all of the stories of Hades and Persephone is nothing more than him just adoring his wife and talking about how perfect she is and enforcing everyone to worship her as the goddess that she is. And it's like, how did a maiden of spring become the bringer of death? How did that happen? You know,
it's
Laura
a really
Olympus.
fascinating story to follow, especially if you're so in mythology. And, you know, the way that it's told is so eloquent through imagery and images it's themselves, not just imagery, but, you know, how it's told and how it is pitched to such a younger demographic, how it is applied to those who may not otherwise express interest in Greek mythology. That, another thing, is really key about this, you know, because you're not sitting down and cracking open Homer's Odyssey. This is Greek mythology through and through, but you know,
it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like you're sitting in a classroom being droned at. This is like, this is basically your romantic comedy / whatever, and all of these things are happening, but it's also a classic tale.
It's like the rehashing of Romeo and Juliet, except not the 1991 version with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's which I would like to revisit. I think that'd be fun to rewatch.
Oh yeah, it's got to be on this at some point.
It's got to be on your list, yeah. It's a modernized tale of this really cool mythos piece that is taken through such a creative outlet and has gained such like worthy success,
and
which is really neat to see.
There's so much humor, and it's so relevant with today. And like some of the jokes, like calling Poseidon fish sticks, and like him being obsessed with mermaids and wanting to do a cannonball out of a giant fish tank. Like that happened in like the first like part. Like I love it. And Zeus feeling like people are undermining him because he didn't know everything that was going on. Hera being the queen that she is, which by the way, that woman should always wear a crown, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Loves me some Hera. And you know, Apollo needs to get the shit kicked out of him.
Apollo's horrible. No fucking
Apollo
way.
is horrible.
No, we don't like Apollo.
We hate Apollo. He is ass Apollo. If you actually read the comments.
I gotta read the comments.
Dude, you gotta. Okay, so homework. You gotta read the comments of the Lore Olympus episodes, because those are some of the funniest things imaginable. Also, they're on Instagram. If you check any of the hashtags for them, there's so many memes that come out of Lore Olympus. It's so funny. And there's the whole little like community and like inside jokes and everything for Lore Olympus fans. Lore Olympus is one of the most popular reads on the platform of webtoons. It's been shelved at this point, but it was in talks to have a series. Like it was going to have an actual series. And, you know, with pandemic and everything, it hasn't happened. But who knows? It's still one of the most popular on the platform. Highly suggest it. Anyone who's interested, male, female, cat, dog, penguin wearing a pirate costume, throwback to an earlier episode. Highly suggest you read Lore Olympus. It's a quick read. It's a fun read. There's a character for everyone. It's gorgeous, by the way. Also, if you look at the artwork from the first issue of Lore Olympus and then you look at the newer stuff, It is crazy how much it's just like changed.
It's improved, and you can,
It's
you
so
know,
good. It's the same team though. Rachel Smythe,
I think so.
but she is fantastic. The creator of Lore Olympus, fantastic stuff. Also, in the newest issue, Ares wears a Team Persephone T-shirt. I need somebody to make that T-shirt because I want to buy that T-shirt and I want to wear it. Team Persephone. It's a hot pink T-shirt. It says Team Persephone over it. I want to wear it.
I could see wearing that. I could definitely see.
I would totally wear it. Team Persephone.
I'm all in. I'm all in.
All right, it's getting to be that time, folks.
We are rounding the over 3.5 hour corner mark.
It's almost 4 hours, folks.
It's almost 4 hours.
It's just shy of 2 a.m. here. And I think we're going to call it.
I think we're going to call it. We will pick up next week with
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Should be great.
Possibly a little snippet about sky sharks.
Now that we have the sky sharks.
We'll see sky sharks.
All right. Until next week, we shall see you then.
Right. Bye, guys.